Evening, guys. Welcome to what might be probably the last stream of the fall semester for the Oakland esports team. It's Smash Bros. B versus Northwood, Northwood A actually,
Yeah.
in the grand finals of the Great Lakes Regional playoffs for NECC tonight. Should be a good series. We played their B team in the semester, beat them, and now we get to go take on the eight. Now the B team finally gets to go up against their big squad,
Yeah,
basically.
what is the outcome of this, Like who wins, like what happens?
So if it's the exact same thing that happened last year, the winner of the regional playoffs tonight secures a spot in the spring national playoffs automatically.
Okay.
So if you win your region in either spring or fall or spring, that's how you qualify for the national playoffs.
Okay.
In that happen in spring much later. So if we win tonight, we theoretically don't have to play in the regional playoffs next spring because
We
we'd already
automatically
have it.
qualify.
But it is important to play and try and win both fall and spring, so you
Yeah.
can actually get a really nice boost in the national
Seeding?
bracket seeding.
Okay.
Because that happened to us last year. We got second place to Northwood in the fall, beat them in the spring, and then we kind of went into the national playoffs. I think around the 8 seed spot when we
Okay.
probably would have been on the lower end
Yeah.
if we had not beaten Northwood at all. So yeah, it's a big. Honestly, it's going to be a big match tonight, and I think the team can pull through. Even though it is the B team, we'll be able to see a few of the A team players come down to help fill in the spots, just because historically, as the season has gone on, we've not really ever had to go beyond much of
Yeah.
Judair or Spectre to secure some of the wins that we had there during the season. Maybe only once or twice, I think, in
Yeah.
all of the 7 games we had, did we actually go to a third player.
Yeah. And we always tried to avoid, obviously using Tony or Rob or
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
like that.
The
and,
guys who have no real reason to ever play
Yeah.
on a B team match.
that might be a little bit different today. Obviously, want to beat Northwood, but we're gonna have all of our B team players in there. Then we have to fill those extra spots just
Yeah.
in case we gotta put in some other players. I think historically, Nat has done very well versus Northwood, so that's
Definitely.
probably who we're gonna be looking at throwing in
Utilizing,
there.
yeah.
And then Tony obviously is just a solid player, so you can kind of get thrown in against almost anybody.
Yeah.
And kind of,
I
see
mean,
how it
even
does.
a player like Rob can be used if we need
Oh, yeah.
to. Maybe even it could be historically Trisket has also done pretty okay versus Northwood.
Yeah.
So it might be Tristan time. Who knows? But I know the teams right now, they are over in the match chat getting game 1 set up. It looks like they'll be doing double blinds. I'm not too sure. Who do you think Northwood might send in? Because this is a roster. There's 2 people on this roster that Northwood historically never this Northwood roster never really has to prepare for.
Yeah, they almost always start So Good Pop or Copel,
Mm-hmm.
against us every single time. So whether it's B or A team,
Yeah.
they throw in So Good Pop or Copel. Yeah, there we go. So they're putting in Copel. It's kind of like what I expected. He
Oh.
he's
So-
just an all around
okay.
kind of just he always either beats our first player or does well enough that they're in a good spot.
Yeah. Now what was crazy there is that was the switch that was in was Malachite. So that means Malachite might be, if Copel was playing on the Malachite switch, that means Malachite might be up actually in Midland right now then.
That's possible. I know. I talked to Jacob, quite a bit at Get Cooked.
Yeah.
I know their goal was to have all of their players, on campus now, which
Yeah.
is a pretty big change. I think they kind of noticed a lot of the leagues kind of changing their rules for that.
Mhm.
And I know that was a big push for him. He was trying to explain that to the school, hey, we actually need these players on campus and stuff like that. So
Yeah. I think the only player right now for them that is not on campus currently is just Zai. Because I know
It might be,
that
yeah.
Frostbite is back in
yeah,
Michigan.
and that was one that
JJ's been here.
I know Jacob said he was pushing for that and pushed for Frostbite to come back.
Yeah.
So
So it does look
Yeah, there's
like
Copel.
we are getting Copel. I'm curious why they had Malachi. Okay, well maybe no, maybe if we're seeing the Copel switch, this means Copel is actually
At home or something. Well, he's got to use his own Joy-Cons. You know, he's got to.
He does got to use his own Joy-Cons. Yeah.
Someone's got to convince him to swap off those things one day.
I swore
he's too good with them.
I swore he was actually trying to learn how to use Procon at least.
I've seen him use another controller, but like when he goes like a serious match, he's always got Joy-Cons.
Busts out the Joy-Cons. But it does look like we're going to be going to PS2 for game number 1. So it does look like. I'm trying to think. It does look like we're sending in Kirby first. Have these two ever played?
I don't think so.
I don't think I've ever seen them play at any tournament that I've gone to.
And then like Copel's he's got like one game plan, and he does it versus everyone.
And he's very good at it.
He's very good. Just throws Crown, and then he just gets a read on like your defensive options. So it's gonna be Crown, a lot of Cannonball, and then he just like figures out like, okay, this is like they either jump out or they shield it in this scenario, and he like always knows what to do afterwards.
Yeah. It does look like we're having a little bit of a sound issue, guys, so we'll have a production look on how to get that out of the way. But wow, what a nice back air spike by Copel to take that first stock. Honestly, a pretty good read, trading the minecart with that back air. Good stuff by Copel.
Oh,
there we go. Sound is back, and we got a sieve combo to start us off.
Oh, I thought Judd SD'd there.
Yeah, I thought Judd Air was not going to be able to make that comeback.
And this is, it's going to be interesting because like I don't think Judd Air's ever played probably a
K-Rool of this caliber.
Yeah. So like for a Judd Air, it's going to be adjusting on the fly, right? Where Copel's probably played, hundreds and hundreds of Steves, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So he's going to have like his game plan already there, where Judd Air's going to have to learn on the fly.
And another stock there for Northwood. A very strong start here in game number 1, up 2 stocks currently.
Okay, I'm gonna be one. I can't see half the screen here, but I know. Okay, okay. This is what I want to see is like if Kirby can get the crown, like what can he get like a lot of mileage off it, right? A lot of characters can like really abuse the fact like when they have a crown. Oh, wow, Nair just going right through. Oh, should we get a stock here? Oh,
okay.
Wow, didn't even
he did get it. And it was weird because like I didn't know when he was going to pop out, but he did not pop out at all. He just popped out on the Halo.
I wonder if it's hard to mash with Joy-Cons. Like I'd be so afraid to like
I think I'd break my Joy-Cons.
I'd be so afraid to cause stick drift on my Joy-Con. I don't think I'd want to mash. There's going to be quite a bit of damage here.
Quick. 42, 47, 54. All right. Honestly, really, he just needs to find more interactions like that, right? Because, Copel is sticking to the exact same game plan. It has been throw crown to kind of like alleviate the kind of like the mining pressure.
Yep.
And then he just throws out a cannonball because it's a big active hitbox, right?
Yeah. This is what I'm saying. Like, no matter who Copel plays, he's gonna have like that same game plan. And it's like kind of like, can you adjust to it, and then can Copel get like a read on like your defensive options afterwards?
Yeah.
And I mean, K-Rool's a big character. If Steve hits K-Rool, that's gonna be a lot of damage. Just he's not really getting these openings on K-Rool like he should be.
Yeah. Anvil's going to drop, and there's still a decent amount of material on the side of Judd Air. Oh, wow, the gold nice forward smash almost gets the kill.
He doesn't have enough metal to like use card as much as he should be in this matchup. Ooh, that's going to kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof. And there it is, a 2-stock victory for Copel there. Setting Northwood up in a pretty good start there. I think there's a lot that Judd Air probably learned from that match, just from like how to probably have like a better approach going into it like next time.
Yeah.
Because I think really like on paper, right, it just makes a lot of sense that a character like Steve probably should kind of just really beat up on a character like K-Rool, right?
Especially when he had gold items. I mean, he can as soon as you hit K-Rool, that's like a guaranteed amount of percent. Like you just keep mashing and just keep hitting.
Because what is it? There. Gold does more knockback, right?
It's faster.
It's faster?
Yeah. So like if you're hitting a heavy, I mean you're gonna constantly hit them until they're at like 60-70% or something like that.
Between gold and diamond, which is the one that has the better knockback?
Diamond is way better knockback.
So Diamond's better knockback, less damage. Gold is more damage, less knockback than the two, or something?
Diamond's just more everything, but like the normal speed. So Gold is just faster. That's all.
Oh, okay.
It might have like less knockback, but
Yeah.
it's definitely just like the attacks are faster, everything's faster. Diamond's more knockback, more damage.
Got it. Okay.
That's why like you'll see like someone get back aired at like 70 with Diamond and they just die.
Yeah. They just kind of blow up.
Yeah.
Blow up like a creep.
That's
creeper.
like Gold and stuff. If you hit someone like with like an up tilt or something, you're gonna carry them way more. Like it's just a lot easier to combo. It's a lot faster to kind of get those strings going. Yeah, like I said, and the Copal's what we expected to start there. Copal's just, like I said, he's got one gameplay. He doesn't really have to change it that much depending on the character. So he's kind of pretty good against almost every character.
It does look like we are going to be sending in NAD79 coming in on the Mario. I think this is probably a good pick.
Yep.
To send in second, right? Because historically, NAD does pretty good against Copal, like given he might lose like 1-2 stocks. But if Zai comes in, maybe even Frostbite, Nad's pretty good at being able to combat against some of the more very like powerful players that are on this Northwood A roster.
Yeah, like so what we usually like for this is like Lucas doesn't get like at least he doesn't feel like he gets like hard countered by anybody at Northwood. Where usually when we play Northwood, every player we put in, it's an instant counter pick battle. Like we put in Tony, they're like, all right, we're gonna put in Frostbite. They put in Frostbite, we put in like Kazi or something. Like, we always have like really hard counter picks. Usually for Zai, like we throw in Lucas. So like we always have like this counter pick battle. Obviously Mario against heavies historically has just been like Mario just destroys heavy characters. So you kind of put Lucas in here. Maybe they put in Frostbite here to kind of counter pick Mario just having a sword. But that's when we kind of start that counter pick battle, and I think usually we do okay with that. It kind of just depends on who's gonna get that like huge lead.
Yeah.
Like, right now they have that lead. We gotta make it up right now.
Almost gotta drop that first stock real quick. And we are in it to game number 2. It is Copal versus Nad. Can we make this quick comeback?
56. Oh, wow.
That
Copal just trying to cheese the stock right away.
Copal classic. Oh,
wow.
okay.
He got a grab off that?
Oh.
It is crazy to me that they ended up on Battlefield. I thought that was actually pretty interesting. I mean, obviously, K-Rool's a big character. He could probably live for like a decent amount of time. Obviously, it's just a really good Mario stage.
I think also there's certain ways that like Copal plays his playstyle with the like cannonball and even the crown, that utilizing those platforms for kind of like the weird movement options that can come with those two moves, like in how they interact with platforms. In addition to what you said about how it's a bigger stage, he gets to live longer. Gotta be able to resist that vacuum, but that should be it. A mash, not even enough mash is gonna get you out of it. You're probably gonna get F tilted or even the up smash just there.
I know like what Copal's trying to do right now is like get those really quick stocks in the beginning. If K-Rool does Nair, it'll armor right through Mario's up B and it'll trade.
Okay.
So then Mario die almost instantly afterwards. So it's, oh wow, he tried to cheese him again. So K-Rool can turn his counter around and choose which direction you go. So he countered Cape and then tried to turn it around to hopefully like get Lucas off guard. It's fun watching Copal play.
The only K-Rool I like watching.
Yeah. He's like the only one there is anyway.
Oh yeah, really. I watched so much of Copal play during like the lockdown era.
Oh yeah.
Every day this man was farming shell shocks. Every week he was always a constant high placing player in the shell shock series. All right, one stock though left. Lucas just needs to try and find one good string. Couple up airs, maybe into a nice forward air dunk. Secure it, but Copal not going to make this easy in the
Could
slightest.
be a stock here. Ooh. Wow.
Good
It's still
reaction.
a chance here? Nah, too low.
No. But, good damage, right? Like,
Yeah.
we joke about this play for damage, but, that was a nice, like, 100%. Oh! 100%, like, uninterrupted.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like, it's a weird thing, too, for Mario. I mean, you get someone to like 100 like this percent range. It's actually really hard now for Lucas to kill him. I mean, like he's gonna have to hit him with like an up smash, like a random move. It seems like he's in a good spot, but it's actually gonna be pretty difficult for him to kill K-Roy here.
Good trade there. Got to get that crown. Throwing it down, but not gonna hit him. Good avoidance.
Back throw's not gonna kill here.
Oh, that felt like his cape was. His cape was in the background.
You gotta know the percent, so it's not gonna kill. The next one's not even gonna kill because it's stale.
It's stale.
Up smash is like maybe killing.
Back air.
Wow.
That'll kill.
That was surprising. I actually didn't even think back air was gonna kill. It had to have been sweet spot back air.
Sweet spot bear. And there we go. Copel down to finally taken down. Northwood gonna have to bring out their second player. But I think we've seen Lucas make some crazy comebacks with one stock before.
Yeah, and I think it's like I was saying, like with Mario, if you get the stock early, like before that, like 120%.
Yeah.
I mean, you can take stocks really early. Like you can ladder people, you can spike them off a combo. It's just if he accidentally hits someone at like 130, now it's like ooh, like what's Mario gonna do?
Yeah. So if you're Northwood, what are you thinking? I think right here, this is probably a frostbite angle.
If you just want to take the stock without losing any, I'd put frostbite in. Yeah.
I think it's either like realistically, I think it's a frostbite or a JJ angle. Just throw one of those two in. The two of the characters, I think, two players that are when they have this 3-1 stock lead right off the rip, they are probably the most consistent people you could ask to come in.
I think like the JJ pick is interesting. I think like JJ's probably less likely to lose a stock, but I think also Lucas has done pretty well versus JJ.
Yeah.
So it's a weird pick here. Like obviously you don't want to lose like 2 stocks as Northwood.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm thinking maybe you put frostbite in because you can like take a stock pretty easily. JJ with 3 stocks up on you, he's gonna play pretty patient. He's probably gonna camp you out.
Yeah.
He could probably take that stock too. Or they could just throw in So Good. Although
that would be crazy.
I don't expect So Good. But.
No, I don't think we'd see So Good Pop come in. I think So Good Pop is from this position. He's probably just anchoring because I don't think you can use Wii Fit Trainer to come in as a counter pick unless it's like Spectre comes in next.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm trying to think who they usually like. That's what I'm saying. They usually start So Good or Copel, so it's kind of weird. They don't usually like counter pick with those people, so I'm not really sure.
And it does look like Frostbite is on their way in.
It makes sense. Roy does probably the best first Mario out of all those characters, and then if you can just take that. Oh, we have some replays.
Yeah, that nice back air to clutch out the game from Nad. Definitely needed it.
Yeah,
it was starting to get a little bit like too close for comfort. Where you're like, oh god, maybe Copel's just about to take 6 stocks here.
That's what I really like. I don't know. I like watching a lot of Smash. There's so many layers. Like in the very first opening interaction, Copel got Lucas off stage right away. He went to just gimp him instantly, but Lucas already he's already known that because he's played him so many times. So he goes really low. There's just so many other like adaptations like being made like on the fly that like they're just both so aware of everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's really fun to watch. But Frostbite against Lucas, I could definitely see like you putting a Roy there. Roy does better against Mario. You have a chance to like take a stock really early with like Roy's side B or like a Jer or something like that, and then we have a decent time like a decent. Well, we have a difficulty sometimes counterpicking Frostbite. I mean, we have like people that can play him like pretty well, but like it ends up being like not just like an easy sweep.
Yeah,
so.
I think Frostbite historically has been like the one player on this new, really powerful Northwood roster that is like always just given us such a challenge.
Yeah.
I think Roy is one of those characters that when they're navigated by somebody who's really strong, like as a player, they just. It's just they just player gap so hard, and there's times where it just feels like Frostbite just does that. I mean, Frostbite at one point, right? Wasn't he like top? He was like top 2 in Michigan.
He's very good. Yeah,
and then,
I don't know what he was playing.
He had like on it like one of his initial rankings once he came to Michigan. He was really strong, and he got ranked really high. And I mean, he's been I think like top 3 in Virginia. or
Wherever he was from.
Yeah, I believe it's Virginia. So it's like the guy's just a talented player.
I know he's also like a really different Roy than a lot of Roys. Like he's very like patient too, and he like picks his openings very like strategically. He's not just like a super aggro Roy. He doesn't really play like that.
Yeah.
But once he gets his opening, he's gonna take it as far as possible. So you'll notice like Frostbite kind of staying like just out of range, and then like all of a sudden like bursts in, like tries to find this opening.
Good laser to counteract that landing aerial. Just sub out some damage. Because, right, you think about this. You're Frostbite, you have 3 stocks. This is just a Mario with 1 stock. You can trade so much % here in this early game because eventually, right, like Roy hits that 1, 2, 3 tap on the side B, and that could just kill.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Jab into Bear, gonna just do it. Roy is such a monstrous character, man.
Such a different like pace of that game too compared to the
yeah,
last
compared to
so
Copal
fast.
too. It's like truly like yin and yang. They were just the slowest of slow play and just so like raw and in your face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Northwood now takes down our second player. They're up by 3 stocks. They're up a whole player right here. So got to dig in deep to lock in and see what we are doing. And it does look like we are getting ready to send in Spectre.
Yeah, Spectre's another one of our like B team players, just to kind of get obviously make sure we play all of our B team players.
Mm-hmm.
Ian's on Lucas or on Ness, I mean, and this matchup is gonna be kind of rough. Another sword character, but I mean, Ness has some tools versus Roy, especially like edge guarding Roy. So it's kind of gonna come down to, you know, can Spectre get Frostbite off stage and get those edge guards in there, or kind of see like what neutral's going to look like, where Frostbite's like that more patient player. You can probably find those openings on Ness, so I guess we're going to have to see like how it goes. I'm not sure what stage we're going to end up on here. Frostbite probably wants some space.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if you're sending, so it says no Smashville, Hollow Bastion, or FD. I think those are like actually some interesting bands on the side of Frostbite because we've seen Frostbite historically do so freaking well on Hollow Bastion. Like that is normally like his go-to counterpick stage when he's coming in.
Yeah, I wonder if it's just because, so like if you get like, let's say like Roy in the air or something like that, like Ness is kind of juggling you.
Yeah.
He maybe like Ness can sit under the platform and like do like some up B shenanigans and kind of chase you down. He's kind of safe with the platform. But yeah, he definitely goes HB a lot.
Yeah,
So-
like, honestly, I feel like whenever I see Frostbite pick Hollow Bastion, it's almost like what feels like a close to like 100% win rate.
Yeah.
The guy is like, whoa, I know I play Roy, but you'd think my character's actually from like Kingdom Hearts with how good I'm doing here.
Small battlefield. I mean, pretty neutral stage.
I think so too.
Definitely more neutral than PS2. I definitely.
Yep.
I think.
I tried to argue that.
Did small battlefield exist when we started competing? I thought it was like added in later.
It was added in small. God, was small during lockdown?
Because wasn't it added in later? I feel like if
It was not on launch.
Yeah, I feel like if it was
You know
on, if it was on launch, Cal, I think you're right. I think that would have been the stage.
When was small battlefield added? Let's go find out.
Although it is.
Released in patch 8.1.
Yeah. See, I think
I don't know when when was patch
I don't know.
8.1? August 4th, 2020. Yeah, right during
Yeah.
so it was added during the during lockdown era of Smash.
And I think you're right though. I think this would have been like the neutral pick instead of PS2. Other than maybe it was like boring or people don't, whatever. But
We were just too indoctrinated
yeah,
into PS2 at that point.
it was too late. So Ian actually doing really well here. Like I said,
okay.
So I'm saying like when Roy's off stage, Ness can do pretty well, and Ian has his combos down. It's a fast faller. Oh, he's trying to go for another one, right?
Sometimes, like, I don't know, this is probably, you do a lot of coaching and stuff, like one-on-one coaching with Spectre. And I think it might just be a Ness thing, but sometimes I just look I watch everybody play, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes I just think just be pushing buttons too much. Is it just like a
So
Ness
for
thing?
Ness, so okay, so like the thing is, when you're playing against especially a character like Roy, right? You know Roy's fast enough to always get in at any time, almost like a Fox kind of player or character. And so you want to have like those hitboxes that are gonna like be like a barrier or like a
Oh
wall.
my god. This is probably like the craziest I've seen Ian play all semester so far.
So I'm saying like Ness, like when Roy's off stage, not that bad.
What the heck? We are on the verge of getting a potential 3-stock. Okay. I spoke too soon.
The commentator's curse. You know?
Commentator's curse. Sorry, Ian.
But like, so Ness, if he has a platform, he can do things that are just like completely safe. So like the same thing with like you see like Roy's like they say like they're like swinging at ghosts, you know?
Yeah.
They have like lagless moves. You can do it any time. Ness can do those if he has a space and he has a platform. So he can do like a lagless PK fire. He can do like a lagless nair or lagless
That should
forward
have
air.
been a nair. Or not nair, jab.
Oh, Crossbow was looking for him to panic. No panic from Spectre, so he was able to get back down. Oof. Okay, so this is like the next jab here kill. Side B is gonna kill. And Ian's playing really well. I'm really happy about this.
Yeah, this is... Just gotta watch out that Roy back... Like, he's
this
getting
could be a
all the
stock
sour
here.
spots of this Roy back air, but...
No good jab. Oh my gosh. Anytime someone neutral gets up against Roy, you're just trusting that they're bad. If Frostbite's good, he can hit those.
Dude, that was like the no mix-up
Ooh,
mix-up.
that's it.
That's it. All right, 5 stocks, or I guess 1 to 1. This is still so doable. Just gotta watch out. Watch that recovery. Ness is one of the most susceptible characters to being gimped. Oh my god, what an insane tech from Frostbite.
Yeah, it was crazy because Frostbite was covering like a lot of different options there. Oop, that's gonna kill. Oh, he didn't get the sweet spot, thank God.
Okay, down smash thing off.
Now back throw near the ledge is gonna kill now.
Yeah, just gotta be able to get
That might
that.
kill. That might kill. Yeah.
Two.
Perfect DI too.
Whew. All right, but good stuff for honestly, good stuff to Spectre.
Yeah. So what you're saying though, like when you think like Ness is like mashing buttons, depending on the distance, it's all safe. So like it's pretty good because Ness is too slow to like.
Yeah.
You can't just like, you can't challenge Roy. Like if you're swinging at the same time, Roy wins.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to have like your wall out there first. Now like when you see like Nesses and they're like floating in on people and they're doing a bunch of weird stuff. I mean they're probably shouldn't be doing all that, but
Because I think it right. Like a lot of people, especially on the Oakland team, historically, they don't like giving players like Bestness a lot of like credit because they just like Bestness that guy.
yeah.
But like having done a few Chuck E. Cheese token games with Bestness as my teammate, there's just a certain style that I see like that to me shows the kind of like the player skill gap between like a Ness that is at like the level of like Ian versus like somebody at like Best Ness's level or even like Foe when Foe was playing Ness.
Yeah.
It's like there's just this certain like method to the madness that you can kind of just you're like see like I like that you're kind of just like everybody just expects Ness to be just pushing buttons all the time, right?
Yeah.
So when they just don't do it, and they kind of just like stand there, and then they just kind of wait for you to react, and then they go and punish you for it. That's like to me, that's how like I want more Nesses to be like playing.
Yeah.
And I want like to me, it's like I think if Spectre was able to kind of like integrate that little bit of like kind of like that Yomi into his gameplay, it's just I think that's like how you hit that next level.
Yeah.
You may hit that next like player's like jump.
Yeah, and I think like one of the things with that too is like when you fall into like a pattern or like you're like you're on like autopilot, right? You're choosing a lot of moves or like doing things that like they have no real intent, right? You're just like, no, like this is probably safe, so I'm gonna throw it out.
Yeah.
So it'd be like almost like knowing that like I'm throwing this move out for this reason.
Yeah.
And I think that's for like we kind of like you're talking about, right? Like instead of throwing out those moves that are just like completely random, like having more of like maybe some patience there, like kind of like getting like a read for the other player, like making sure every move has intent.
Yeah. And it does look like So Good Pop is coming in, and we're seeing it at first stock once again. This was like such that missed tech like is one of those moments where you're like, ooh. And then here we have the crowd react, or all the players reacting to that PK Thunder stage spike.
Yeah, we got Rob in the background, the team captain there.
Now, So Good Pop coming in on Wii Fit. This is not gonna be fun for. It's just like I said. Also, right? It's like when does So Good Pop come in? You know, it probably comes in
For Ness.
as a counter pick on Ness.
Yeah.
Because I just don't think Ness can have a good time versus Wii Fit trainer at a stock disadvantage.
It's because of the stock disadvantage. Because that means Ness has to chase down Wii Fit the whole time, and like Wii Fit is gonna get deep breathing. Is gonna have like soccer ball out like all the time, like constantly throwing things out. It's gonna be pretty rough, especially with the stock deficit. I think even stocks though, I don't think it's that bad as long as the Nest plays a little bit slower. But going to HB, Al Bastion. Ian's gonna be down to one stock here, so it's gonna be pretty rough against So Good here. And I think, I think what I'm actually like thinking about though, this kind of opens up more players for us though for our last pick because
So
usually Frostbite is our counter pick their counter pick for Tony.
Yeah.
So like we're in a pretty good spot to like throw in Tony. I mean, if Ian does pretty well here.
Yeah, honestly, I think you could have either Tony or from this position, right, with one player left, you could send in a Tony or a Rob, right, and just.
We don't put in Rob because of Zai. So if Zai's an option, we can't do that. Yeah, So Good.
He's so good.
He's so good. Oh man. Yeah, he did that intentionally. Yeah.
Cut the distance in half.
Yeah, just surgical.
Yeah, and honestly, that at that point, right? Like, it's cool that So Good Pop even teched it, but you don't even have to tech it at that point.
Yeah.
You just be like, whatever. Like,
Is
it's okay.
Was he at like 0 or close to it? I mean,
yeah,
he gets hit off the wall. He just up B's back, whatever, you know.
He side B's, jumps, up B's. It's Wii Fit trainer. What can you do?
And so, like, at first I was like, oh, maybe he's going to try and spike him. I was like, nah, he's just going to hit by it. If you get hit by Ness's up B, it cuts the distance in half. So, good stuff by So Good. Whoever's coming in here, I mean, I'm assuming we put in Tony because there's no real counter picks for Tony right now.
Yeah.
And then gotta take 6. It's gonna be pretty rough.
You know, I bet Tony can do it.
Oh, yeah, Tony could do it. You know, but So Good's playing pretty hot. I mean, that's pretty.
Yeah, honestly, like, I think of the player, like Northwood, I give these guys their roses when they deserve it, right?
Yeah.
The talented program for Smash. So Good Pop is, I think, always one of the most reliable players on their team. I think day in, day out, I think he is by far the most consistent player for their team.
I can see that. Especially, there was like a huge like mental shift for So Good at one point. I used to like, I mean, we played him like a ton. He used to seem like he like really frustrated with the game. And then like he started like not taking it like as serious or something. Like he like started like finding like the humor in the game, like how stupid like Broken Steve is and stuff. So he starts like laughing when he's like playing against Steve players.
Yeah.
And as soon as that happened, he like, I swear he got like so much better and like more consistent, like you're saying, just to like enjoying the game or like finding other things out about it that he like liked or thought was just funny because like how dumb some of the stuff is.
Yeah. I also think part of that mood switch may have probably just come from like, because he was, honestly, he was one of those players who kind of went, like, was all over the place. He had a stint in New Mexico. He had a stint in, he's from Ohio.
Oh,
so, like,
really?
he's, like, been on, like, numerous, like, state rankings across the country. And then he's kind of just, like, found his place in Michigan once he, like, went to Northwood and stuff. And I genuinely think it's, like, you know, like, I think maybe once he got to go offline,
I mean, yeah. I mean,
that was, I think, probably the big game changer because he just, you know, he plays a pretty toxic character in the minds of many that he just fits so well at home into the general player or general character pool of our state that he's like, I can be part of the problem.
It is funny too. Like, I never fit in with this state, man. I need to play another character and play a different play style. I just want to run at people the whole time, and they're like trying to find out how can I get as far away from the other player as possible.
Right.
But yeah, Tony's going in like we said. Yeah. Tony versus So Good.
Smart.
So Good does like pretty well against Tony, so it's not even gonna be like, oh, like Tony's gonna go in and take 3. I mean, this could actually just like could just win here, or it could go down to like maybe like Tony's got 1, and then I could see like Zai going in or like throwing in Malachite plays Kazuya.
No, Malachite's Snake.
Snake player? Oh, okay. Well,
He's
I don't think they would put in Malachite then.
No, I think realistically speaking, their
Oh wait, they still
player...
have Springy L.
No, he was on the B team.
Oh, okay.
So they're the players left on the Northwood roster right now is Jaja and Zai, obviously, and then Malachite if they so chose.
Probably be Jaja.
But I think it's gonna be Jaja or. Do you think they? I think they could send in Zai depending on what the stock count is.
I think it's gonna depend on the stock count. If Tony's at like 1 or 2,
I don't even know. I think sending in Jaja might actually even be if not a bigger gamble actually.
It really depends on like how many stocks. Like Jaja has like this the way that he plays versus Tony. He like always takes 1. Like he's just. He's gonna gimp him. He's gonna like cheese him or something. He plays really well versus Tony. Tony's not gonna 3-stock him. No. Or like maybe there's a chance Tony could like 3-stock Zai. I don't know if he would, but like I could definitely just see.
Yeah, there's a world where oh my gosh, he almost called out that air dodge, and that's crazy. The Tony patented up smash.
Oh wow, you got the smash 4 down there.
Oh,
he went for it.
That was a little unhinged.
It would have killed.
It would have.
Good up smash. There's the up smash.
Yeah, like that's his 3rd up smash of the game already.
Yeah, only 1 stock in too.
Only stocks down right now. It's the cross slash gets good damage.
I know like a lot of players that have played Tony quite a bit. They're so good against cross slash that like you'll see probably so good start like pairing like the last hit of cross slash and like being like really ready for it, or even SDI and Cloud up B. I think that's what so good's doing as well.
You almost kind of forget that, like, how you can actually influence where you get hit after Cloud Up B, because it's one of those moves that you so seldomly ever get hit by that you kind of, like, forget it exists as an offensive tool.
Gosh. Yeah,
right now,
I think, like, so good, at least, I mean, he's either DIing it or SDIing out every time, because he was falling out or, like, intentionally going in a good spot every time. That's such a good up B by so good.
Forward air is going to kill off the top. And Anthony Isn't Cool is looking pretty cool right now if you are a fan of watching from home for the Golden Grizzlies.
Oh my. He made that so safe.
He made that look too easy.
See, Tony, I know, is just
he made me look like I could go home, put my Cloud in in Elite Smash on the line, and I could do that. But I'd just get hit. I'd get down there.
Man, Tony's doing so well. Whenever he starts hitting people with cross slash, I know it's like a pretty simple input, obviously, but like he starts like
how he knows he's in your head.
Yeah.
Ooh, Dash attack almost gonna get that stock. Tony is trying so hard.
Oh my gosh,
that mistech.
The reaction to the mistech is insane. And so good saving his jump after all that too. Wow.
That's gonna be it. The stock.
Wow. Oh my gosh, Tony, so good.
Wow. Tony stocks.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy. I also, for a long time, even since like Smash 4, I have always been such a proponent of utilizing limit cross slash as your out of shield, de facto out of shield option at kill percent. Because so many people do hit on shield that it's like, that move is so strong.
Yep.
That killed Weave It Trainer at 120%.
Yeah, and I know like something that like Spargo does that like Tony doesn't do. Like Spargo's extremely good at like reacting to like ledge get ups.
Yeah.
So like if someone does neutral get up, he just limit up Bs them.
Yeah.
So like Spargo's just on that level where like Tony's using it obviously as like a defensive option. Like you said, when they're at kill percent, you're shielding. Like just a guaranteed stock at that percent.
You're trying to read what he was saying.
Yeah. I'm so glad. I mean, like Tony played really well. Like I said, though, as soon as you see him start hitting those cross slashes, though, it's just he's in their head. You know?
Honestly, I think one of the biggest reasons as to why currently the match is going as well as it has is really boils down to how good Spectre played.
Yeah, against Frostbite.
That
changed like huge part of that game.
Actually, I think was the full momentum switch that the Golden Grizzlies needed to be able to take down Northwood right now.
Yeah, I don't know if you could like hear it, but like I mean, obviously, like it's our
We can
team
hear it a little bit.
when like we had like A team and B team in there. Whenever like a B team player is doing well versus like a player like Frostbite, everyone was cheering over there.
Yeah, everybody was popping
So that was
off.
like a huge like morale boost for us. I mean, I could like every time Ian took a stock, everyone's cheering and everything. So that probably was like a huge just like morale or like momentum switch there. And also he just did really well versus Frostbite. So
Yeah. And honestly, like there's sometimes like some of our B team or our A team players don't do that good against me.
I know.
So like
Frostbite has actually 3-stock Tony multiple times.
Oh, we've
So-
seen it. We've seen it in too many matches. But it does look like they're going to be setting in J-Jaw.
Yeah.
I think J-Jaw is the smarter pick here.
I think so.
It's like you said, right? Like it's Kirby. Kirby can get some little bit of some cheese, some Gouda.
Yeah, it'll always be just like J-Jaw, like just pushing Tony to the edge, and then he'll just float and wait, and then he just either like trades with up B or just down airs Tony every single time.
Yeah.
And J-Jaw's so good at like making Tony think he can up B high, and he'll parry it every time and down tilt. It's like a crazy like he's done this so many times to Tony.
Yeah.
J-Jaw's really good in this matchup, so I could definitely see this being like pretty interesting. It's like gonna be a tight match. Like we got in a perfect spot for us, so I'm pretty excited about this. Do we have a stage?
We are waiting on the counter pick. We banned FD, Smashville, and Kalos. I think 3 very acceptable bans
Yeah.
Against Kirby, especially if you are Cloud. You
Yeah,
want to
I mean,
have
those
as much, and you want to have platforms above you. You got to juggle the piece of gum.
Yeah, and I think that they're also like just J-Jaw specific stages. Like you get rid of Smashville so that you don't get gimped. And then you get rid of Kalos, which is like the complete opposite stage of like being massive because you don't want J-Jaw to run away.
Yeah.
It's it's just funny like seeing that, but also like FD, like you said, like you want some platforms in there.
Yeah. And it does look like we're going to PS2, just keeping it, neutral for as much as you can, right? And we'll see. It's 3 stocks. It is a literal best of 1
Yep. And
to see who gets game 1.
it's all gonna depend on like the first stock is what I've seen like through their sets.
Yeah.
If Tony can take the first stock, he like mentally is like, all right, I
He's
can
ready.
be fine. I got this. When JJ like cheeses him the first stock, it's so rough to like come back from that. So.
Boom, boom. And these are just the classic Kirby starts, right? Good. And there's that SDIing of the up B, right? Just JJ's played against these two have played against each other offline, online way too much.
Tony was running up for a grab. What were we gonna say?
I say, like, you can kind of tell that Tony is still carrying a lot of that momentum from the previous game against So Good Pop, that he is really playing quite aggressive. But because of, like, Kirby's size as a character, it's so hard for a character like Cloud to just really just willy-nilly kind of just, like, throw aerials and try to land with them, because Kirby's so small that if Kirby just crouches or even perfect shields it, you're just going to be getting punished.
And I think like one of the things with like in this matchup specifically, like when I watch Tony play J-Jaw, I mean like he'll take a lot of that percent too, like in the beginning, as long as he's not getting like gimped.
Yeah.
It's the gimping I think that like really like bothers. Like that's like when like issues start coming up. Like take a stock at like 0,
I respect the attempt on getting that dash cancel forward tilt. Would have definitely probably killed, but
Yeah.
Right, the first Tony up smash of the game.
Tony whiffs a button. I might as well up smash to cover my whiff,
Yeah, because that's a trade you take any day of the week, right? Like I get stock, you get percent.
Alright, so here, we're going back to neutral here, and like, I think JJ's playing a little bit slower, like when Tony has when limit. He's just trying to get him to waste it. It ended up like being like a random cross slash like that, or like he'll like, throw out blade beam and then JJ just shields it.
I actually do think Tony throwing that limit cross slash out there was actually really good, because I think there was a chance that like maybe JJ thought that the blade beam was coming out. Okay, buddy. Oh, he's
he
jump,
can get
though.
limit here?
Yeah.
Wow. That was so good
That
by
was
Tony.
crazy.
Making like mixing up like where he was gonna land there, and then making sure that J-Jot went off stage instead of on stage.
Three,
Double
four.
F tilt.
That was 3.
Was it?
That was a 3-piece combo. That was 3 tendies.
This next
Three tendies,
stock
no
matters
fries.
so much.
Okay.
Right, so that's where I'm saying like
That was a
J-Jot,
really early and quick snap. Ooh.
J-Jot does that low like intentionally to try and bait out the high up B like that, and then he usually parries it and then punishes Tony for it. Oh my gosh! Again, Tony whiffs a
Bait.
button.
I mean, this is why I speak so highly of that move. It is invincible, like on frame 1.
Is it really?
I believe the invincibility on it is just right at the start. So it's just like he was able to turn around, get the kill, but
Yeah.
like I bet if production catches it after this match.
Oh!
Oh
Wow.
my
Man,
God,
Tony's
the
insane,
2-stock. Crazy
Ah.
stuff. There are so many replays from just that match alone that like could get their own analysis. It's that crazy,
So,
actually.
like, this is what I was saying earlier. I love when players have played so much that there's like different levels.
Yeah.
Like Tony was like, I'm gonna bait this out. Like he probably had that planned out like way in advance.
Yeah.
J-Jot was like, oh, I'm just gonna down. This is the freest kill ever. Like there's just so many levels there. It's just so fun to watch.
Yeah. But yeah, before we get into some replays, guys, I credit so much of the success on how that game turned around
From up B.
to Spectre.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay,
And then Tony cleaned up.
yeah.
Tony's like, you know what? I'll grab the mop. I got this.
And I think like Jedier versus Copel too. I mean, he obviously like didn't look like he was very comfortable in the matchup at all.
Mhm.
But it was something that like he started like picking up like near like the later stocks.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this is something that like, you know, obviously like Ian did really well or Spectre did really well versus Frostbite. If we could utilize Jedier a little bit better too, I mean, he can do pretty well versus these other players. He probably just needs a more comfortable matchup.
Yeah, exactly. But, you know, guys, I think while we get prepped for game number 2 and before we cut to some replays, we'll cut it to a quick break. And when we get back, we'll watch some of those replays and highlights from the end of last game. So stick around.
Power through the tournament with the high-quality protein milk provides to stay energized and focused throughout the game.
Oakland University Credit Union is here to help you power up your financial game. Whether you're aiming to upgrade your gear or conquer your savings goals, OUCU has the tools you need. With awesome savings accounts, cashback reward credit cards, and an easy-to-use app, we're here to help you win both on and off the screen. Not a member? Not a problem. Visit us on campus or online at oucreditunion.org. Oakland University Credit Union, because leveling up shouldn't stop your gaming. Proud sponsor of Oakland University Athletics, federally insured by the NCUA.
And we are back, and it seems like we are getting into the double blind. Who is it that is J-Jot coming in first, it looks like?
I don't know actually.
I swore I saw it was J-Jot, but, you know, we could be wrong.
That would
But
be an interesting pick.
That
for
would
them.
be a really crazy start.
Did they? I actually didn't see.
It was J-Jot did rejoin to do the character. Okay.
Oh,
So I missed the character. But,
he
you know,
did-
guys.
he did hop out. So
Yeah. While they get that set up, I think we can go over a little bit of the replays that happened during that final game between where we just saw Tony just go crazy. There's that first up smash, man. The patent.
you whiff a grab, you just started smashing. You know. This I think dash stack to up B, right? Yeah.
So he was just about to F tilt,
Yep. All right, like he turned around to do something. He's either F tilt or like grab or whatever, but
and here
Oh.
this was crazy. The up B kill.
and
Oh
Tony
my
waited too
gosh.
because you could see there like he dropped down lower than he had to like come back, so he definitely could have like Like he definitely just baited it out.
And there's that pop off.
Dude, it's funny too. I watch a lot of Tony sets. I mean, I try to coach most of the players. Tony obviously doesn't need much help. He's amazing.
No.
When I watch him play though, he doesn't really pop off ever against anybody except for here. Like, he cares so much about this, and that makes me so excited. To watch him
is
play.
very, very funny. Like I truly don't really see him pop off all that often.
I've seen him like win a tournament for like 10 times the amount of money we'd win from this. He's just like, yeah, whatever. I won. I'm just that good or whatever. And he's here. He just wins like a best of one versus J-Jaw, who he's like beaten multiple times, and he's like popping off, getting super excited about it. Like the team aspect of like group battles is so fun.
Yeah. And here we go. It is game number 2, and it is the identical start. We've got Judd Air versus Copel. And honestly, right now, it's looking like Judd Air playing a little bit better.
I think one of the things I'm noticing right away, I forgot that you can't like cancel mining instantly. So when like when Copel's throwing out Crown, like while Judd Air's mining, it doesn't look like he has enough time to shield. So it is really, really effective at like stopping mining.
And I think one thing that I'm noticing from like this game right now
so easy.
in terms of,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think is that we're seeing true adaptation come out from Judd Air.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not getting hit by dumb stuff.
Yeah.
He is throwing the dumb stuff.
I think like that adjustment too is like I was saying, like the mining part of it, where like he's understanding like I can't just mindlessly mine anymore. I have to actually like think about it. Like Crown's gonna be there, and he's like slowing that part of it down, and that's like all he needed really. Like that's like just like enough. Yeah, it's like the shielding. Like he didn't do that last game. I don't think he was like ready for it as much.
No. Oh, tried to avoid it.
Yeah.
He was not sure when that cannonball was going to be there.
Oh, wow. You got it right in there? That's going to be so much percent on K-roll.
All right. Good damage here. Still sitting on his first stock, Judd Air. Looking so good. That was the craziest call out I've ever seen. That's like the type of call I do when I'm playing at home. Yeah. And I'm just like, there's no way that if this person gets hit by it, I truly deserved this because I'm reading it 3 years.
You can get up smash here. Yeah.
Off the top, Judd Air. Ooh, so I beat the mic a little bit on that one, but my gosh, finally, feel like he's coming alive.
Yeah.
He was asleep. He was asleep. He kind of like dug his little hole in the ground, like to try and survive the night. And he's awake now.
Yeah, and I think the big change is like he like started to really figure things out at the end of the last game, right? It was like too late at that point, but now he's like, oh, it's K rule. If I hit him, I can up smash that at like 0% every single time. Like he has his full combo string down. He's got everything down on K rule now.
And now that he's holding the crown, that is just like
yep.
Now Copel's the true thing that's really helped Copel kind of like actually like mitigate a lot of this annoyance that comes out from Steve. It's gone, and now Steve just gets to be full annoying.
Yep. And like that's what I was saying. Like what was really shutting him down is like not understanding like the timing with like Crown and like how to stop his mining and everything. He really figured that out. And holding on to Crown, obviously you don't even have to worry about it anymore. So he's
doing such a good job. He is actually just making this such a non-existent tool for Copel. That was honestly about like close to a minute of 0 Crown.
Yeah. I think like right now, obviously like Judd Air's just trying to like find a safe kill option. Dash check almost killed full stage.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, don't get up aired. Anything? Oh, that's it. Oh no, just F smash. There's so much time there.
He could have done anything.
Don't get. Oh, he's gonna get.
I don't think I've ever seen Steve's get up attack before.
Oh, wow, that
my
was
gosh,
huge.
the DBZ moment into a 2 stock. What a start.
That's wild too. Like in a normal like let's say like best of 3, that second stock from Judd Air would have meant nothing. Like oh well, you just go to the next game. And crew battle, that's huge. To like keep that stock there in that trade, that's amazing.
And now honestly, a full reversal right here from game 1. Game 1, Copel 2 stock Judd Air.
And then also took stocks off Lucas. So
2.
Yeah, so
two.
Just that huge change. I mean, this is a huge like benefit for us this time.
Yeah, what a minecart roll!
Oh.
He turned that gator into just like roadside roadkill, man. What a facial reaction. And the Rob pop off.
That's what I'm saying. Like they'd never get this excited for like singles. No. Like they go to like a tournament. I've seen like I said, I've seen Rob. Like I've handed Rob over hundreds of dollars. You know, like from an event. They like play here, way bigger pop off.
Yeah,
like,
it's
way
crazy.
more excited.
Ooh, wow. What? Honestly, I'm blown away by the quickness of just that between set adaptation.
Yeah.
It almost feels like while the rest of the game was happening, Judd literally went and watched the VOD.
like at least thought about it or something.
Yeah.
He made those adjustments.
That was crazy. That is what you want to see. That's the level of adaptation that you see come from like top players and like top programs in Smash.
And like right now, I definitely expect like So Good. I don't know what they're throwing in here, but So Good is usually like he likes playing against Steve. I don't know if anybody else really likes playing against Steve.
With how funny, so sometimes when we do the replays and we use the Nest Cam, sometimes there's a moment where it slows down, pauses, and then it like,
like
super speeds
yeah.
up. So that was really funny where it got to this point where Rob like went up to congratulate Judd Air. And then it sped up as he walked away while like popping off. So it just looked a little extra funny. I don't know if production wants to run that one replay real quick because honestly, it was a good laugh. I don't think you saw it too.
No, I didn't see it, but
it was too
I
funny.
know they want to
just like watch Rob.
I know they like want to.
So there's the pause, and so then it catches up to him real quick. Too funny.
I don't know who they're gonna throw in here. I mean, it's Judd Air, so I mean.
Yeah, I think this is probably one of the craziest moments for like Northwood to be like, this is not part of the game plan.
Yeah.
Ever. Because Northwood comes in, historically, they've always come in with a game plan on like, they see the roster and they're like, okay, here's who they're probably going to play.
Yeah.
And Northwood, like, probably went into this match and was like, there's no way they're going to play Spectre or Judd Air. Because why would they play that against us when they want to win? Like, this is like what Northwood is probably thinking, right?
Which is what we did, I think, like last year.
Last year, we would use one B team player and then 3 A team players.
Yeah. And
they kind of like, they got it a little bit.
Yeah.
But this time, the 2B special. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. And we're still waiting on that. It does. Oh, looks like they're sending in Malachite.
Okay. So, I mean, he must he must be like
Snake.
he must feel pretty confident with like him against like Steve or something. I just know
Snake for Steve is that's kind of a weird matchup too.
It should be a winning matchup for Snake, although it's like a rough matchup.
Yeah.
It's just really slow. Like I don't know like what like Hurt has like a pretty good record against Aquila. Like at top level, it's like pretty interesting like matchup wise.
Okay, so Malachite is he's Louisiana. So Malachite's also one of the other top players from Louisiana next to Zai.
Okay. I mean, for us, like a Snake being on the roster is like we're pretty happy about that. I mean, Tony does pretty well against Snake. We're obviously very comfortable versus Snake. We have Rob on the team. Kirby has like some decent practice against Rob too, so I guess it's kind of depend on like what Malachite's Snake looks like. I guess I've never really seen him play.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see, but
I'm not too sure.
I really expected So Good because So Good like enjoys playing against Steve. I don't know if he like it feels confident in the matchup, but I just know he likes to play it.
Yeah.
So. Was the stage PS2? I didn't get to see. I mean, we have PS2 selected, so I'm gonna assume so. But yeah, okay, PS2. So we got Judd Air's 2 stocks with Steve against Malachite's Snake with the full 3 stocks here. Yep. Judd Air's got obviously like experience against Snake against Rob. We'll see how he does.
And so that 2-stock advantage, it's honestly putting us in a really good position, I think.
Oh yeah, especially I mean, like I said, like this matchup is like one that I think Judder's gonna be like confident enough to like at least take a stock, right? I mean, maybe he doesn't 3-stock him or something, but like he's played it enough to like understand like what the matchup's like how to play it and everything.
Okay.
It is going to be a lot of like wall building and then like soft toss grenades over the wall. That's like the whole matchup.
Oh, good. Finds the opening, gets some solid damage. Pretty much brings it down to pretty much like tied up on all the percent that Malachi was able to do. But sometimes Snake finds a way to just keep outputting so much damage.
Malachite's like a pretty like aggressive like Snake in the matchup. Usually it's Snake like playing really slow, like just like blowing everything up, but Malachite's kind of like in his face like the whole time, trying to like stop the mining.
That atypical plays out, right? Jadair's probably so used to the patient grenade-heavy, grenade-like finessing style that comes from Rob's play, that this is such a drastic game plan like shift.
Yeah.
That we're now seeing Judd. He's gonna have to try and find his new like how to kind of like react and fix stuff on the fly, just like how he did between game 1 and game 2.
Yeah, with Copel.
But we need to see him do it in real time this time. You kind of see Jadair resorting to a little bit some of his like typical tactics that he plays, utilizing like the just kind of like random minecart throwing out.
He's playing like I think he's realizing like, oh, I can just like play slow. It's like when he plays against Rob, he like can't play like that. But because of like how Malachite's playing, I think he like has a chance to like actually just like play it slower.
Those grenades bringing him into the corner. How to find a way to get this first kill because he is in up tilt percent.
Yeah.
And just gotta
C4's
get
coming
one
down.
stock, man. That's all you need to be able to like be able. Oh, what a call! Honestly, I don't even remember there being a C4 there in the middle.
When Malachite was way up in the air, he dropped one up there.
Oh, okay.
Down, but
And honestly, good stuff to Malachite, evening up the game. 9 stocks to 9. So we're back to just 3 versus 3.
and this is a weird spot because I know like our like best anti-Snake player is Tony, but then like this is where I was saying earlier like we like counterpick so much because then they just counterpick us with Frostbite or like, we have a counterpick for Tony. I'm not sure who they would want to throw in here. I mean, we also could throw in PJ Poison Jam. He loves fighting against Snake.
Pretty good against him. I've seen him take many sets off of Rob.
Yeah. He gets so good at like reflecting grenade too. Like he's killed Rob at like 80% because
I didn't realize that like Snake's grenade when like Kazi reflected is like crazy.
So like there's like difference between like soft toss and hard toss grenade. If Snake hard toss like really throws a grenade at Kazuya and he reflects it, like it kills around like 80%.
Yeah, because all that momentum coming back from the heavy tosses right there.
I mean, we also have Spectre, right? I mean, Spectre is also like another player that we're going to be playing.
I don't know if I'd want to put in a Ness.
No, Ness does well versus Snake.
Does he?
Yeah, you just absorb everything.
Okay.
So it kind of like shuts down Snake's game plan. So I could see, like either Spectre going in here or you just throw in Tony to just clean up the Snake.
Okay.
Because Malachite seems like he's kind of taking that like that so good pop like place like right now. I think that's like where he's kind of like swapping in. So like Tony like maybe going in for him is kind of like the same scenario.
Yeah. Long and hard, but it does look like Spectre is sitting down.
And Ness does really well versus Snake.
Okay.
You have to like, it's almost like Game & Watch where like Snake has to change everything to play against the character.
Okay.
It's like C4, like when Ness absorbs it, it's like 30% or whatever. Like so you just like heal like all of your health every single time. Every like bad grenade throw, Ness just gets like 10%. So I mean like there's a lot of stuff.
Up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ness also does like really well versus like just Snake on Cypher, or like if Snake goes really high, you
Yeah,
just like
just PK Thunder up there.
PK Thunder, you know. So there's a lot of different like tools Ness can use.
Yeah. It always seems like to me whenever I see the Snake versus Ness matchup is that it's one of those like it feels very stage dependent, and there's times where I think it on paper it just looks kind of like a real true 50-50. But you know that's just when I'm like watching it just from like my limited viewing eyes now.
Yeah, I mean that's also like you're probably watching like the best of the best Snakes, you know.
I do.
So like
I do.
they know they have to know the matchup,
Yeah.
you know. Like when you watch like I don't know, I love Snake a lot, so I watch like Hurt play against.
Oh,
Like,
Hurt's so cool.
he plays against Mia, and it's like
How
he
does-
uses no explosives the entire game.
Yeah, he's just a brawler.
He's just so good. I have no idea. Like you're playing against a character where like half your moves are unusable, and you're still winning. And it's like a
It means you're kind of the best.
yeah, he's like
but
so
kind of
good.
might be the best of your character.
I think he just got ranked like top 5. I think I don't know.
Is he? Has the
There's a ranking
the
that
next
came
Luma
out.
rank isn't out yet, right?
I don't know if it was Luma rank or it was like another rank I saw recently, but
I know I saw like the shoe rankings.
is that just Japan?
Well, it was like the shoe is like the guy who makes like that like seat like the stats thing where it shows like your points based on like your character or something like that.
Oh, I saw what I was
I
seeing
saw
was like
he usually posts like a quarterly update on like shoe stats
okay.
where it's like here's everybody after this major, here's how they
Oh, okay.
stand, and he
Like
posts that.
for like per character or?
Like he does it like per character, like overall, like
Okay.
top like 100.
That might have been what I was looking at then, like
Because
for
I
the
think
top-
it was like he posted because like what was it? Throne 2 just ended like a week or two ago, or
something
like 2 weeks
that.
ago.
Yeah.
So Throne was over. It was like a post Throne type of posting thing. I think all I looked at, I opened it and I was like, all right, where's Anand at?
Yeah.
That's literally all I looked for. And I was like, because I haven't seen Anand play in a while. I was like, well, I don't know where they're going to be at on the rankings. And then I was like, whoa, they're not in like the top 32 right now. This is kind of scary. And then I'm like, oh, number 14.
Oh, they're
Way better than I thought.
They're still that high.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them like
That's
play
yeah,
too much. So.
Same. That's why I was so surprised because I was like, there's no way they're sitting in the top 20.
Yeah.
Like or number like top 16 or whatever, however the breakdown was. Like I was like, there's no way on it still sitting in column 1. So I'm like looking at column 2, 3, 4. I'm like, oh no.
Well, if that's what I saw, then Hurt was like definitely top 10. Like if it was like the same thing, and like I mean, Hurt's got a really good record versus
Yeah.
like a lot of the people like above him. So that's probably why. Like, I'm assuming like an Akala win is like a
Probably
ton
a lot of points.
Yeah.
Just at least one
Yeah.
big point. All right, and it looks like we are going to Battlefield here for game number 3, technically.
Yeah, and I think, like I said, like this matchup on paper is pretty good for Ness because he kind of shut down a lot of things from Snake. Malachite though, could have like a ton of Ness experience and kind of just know how to like be like a brawler and kind of like box and like find a way into the matchup. Just kind of put us in a spot where we have to beat Frostbite again because like that's kind of like where like Ian was kind of like beating Frostbite. Then we also have to beat Jaja. It's gonna be rough. But here we go. Start of the game. 3 stocks to 3. We got some 17 PK fires in a row.
See, that's kind of like one of those moments, right, where you're alluding to like where I see. I'm like, sometimes I think Ness is just be like pushing a lot of buttons. Sometimes.
They landed though. I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of nice too. I think PK fire can hit grenade and then like still activate, so it's kind of like always have like a constant like hitbox out.
That was so funny. Ness doing his like multiple down tilts. Snake just turns around, does one big F tilt, boot hits. And there's that, like you said, that side magnet's going to come in clutch because if you can get that C4, you're going to heal like 20-30%.
Yeah, see, like those PK fires right there, like definitely looks like he's kind of like mashing buttons, but they are like perfectly safe unless they like hard call it out. So
Good trade. And yeah, look at that right there. The instant limitation on... Oh, good back air. being able to like is just instantly limiting on what you can do
Yeah.
against Ness.
Because any other character, right? Like Snake right there, he's like, oh, I got C4 on the way down. Like I have so much stuff to protect me. Like Ness is like, okay, yeah, do C4. I'll just absorb 500%. Who cares?
Good get of attack, timing that invincibility. Oh, tried to get it, but that was such a good frame trap by Malachite.
I think like one thing I noticed like with Rob a lot, like our Snake player, in matchups like this, he does down tilt a ton. So like down tilt's really good in this matchup, and I think maybe that's where like Malachite could start like benefiting from like using like other moves like that, like more like spacing, like brawling moves.
Oh,
Yeah, there we go.
That was a good catch.
Catch that 2-frame.
Nice catching that out of shield.
Every time you leave a grenade out, I mean, that's just like percent there that's like on the table for Ness.
Oh, I thought. See, that was one of those moments where like I think he could have, if he just like stayed playing on the ground. He was holding the cards in that little neutral exchange, but by the moment he kind of like jumped, he forfeited a lot of like the stage presence that he owned.
Yeah, I definitely see that.
136% though.
Now it's getting into percent where, you know, back throw's gonna start killing him. Looks like he's trying to go for like an up air to grab there.
Yeah. Oh, that dash attack?
He had really good DI actually from that. Like that's the only reason why he lived. Oh, that's it. Oh, he thought he was gonna cross him up. No, you can't grab that. Oh my gosh, that's like a day one like smash ultimate thing. You cannot grab Snake up tilt. Oh no! Oh my gosh! When Malachite does this, okay, I was gonna say he should just double up tilt just to punish him for it, but
it was blood was in the eyes.
Yeah,
That's all he could just thought stock.
yeah,
That's kind of like one of those things, right? That you kind of can tell where like the separation of player skill is sometimes. Is how do you respond to that type of situation if your instinct is not like, it didn't work the first time, I'm not going to go for it again real quick.
yeah.
I did not know that
So that's what I'm saying.
you could just eat the whole missile.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, there's definitely tools in the matchup that just get like shut down. It's just Malachite's doing like pretty well at just like the brawling part of the game, right? Oh, I thought the up tilt frame trap was coming again. Oh.
Good. Back throw, get him off stage. Gonna chase him up there.
Oh, I thought he was gonna try to up B kill him. That'd been crazy. Yeah.
Unfortunate.
So I don't know if he was trying to hit himself there, but I mean, at least Malachite played it really well. Like, he knew exactly, oh, if I just go underneath the platform, I'll be pretty safe, so.
All right, 6 stocks of 7. When you look at where we were at this point, game 1, we were kind of sweating.
Yeah.
Because it was, what, 6 stocks to 9?
Yeah, something like that, because Copel took so much off of Judd Air, took so much off of Nad.
Yeah, Copel took 5.
And then
So good pop? No.
we put in Lucas. Or no, we put in Ian, right, for
Yeah, to take off. Yeah, because it was.
take out Frostbite.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't think Lucas took any stocks off Frostbite.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
So yeah, it was a 3 stock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. It was 3 stock. Yeah, 6 to 9 going into that match. Yeah.
So now we have way more options here. Like I said, like Tony's our like anti like Snake player.
Yep.
So we're gonna put Tony in here. He does very, very well against Snake.
Yeah, and this will draw when you have this. This is you get the Frostbite draw out probably going into the next match, and you know as long as Tony's able to just stay 3 stocks,
Yeah.
stay healthy, sitting real pretty.
Yeah. I think it's definitely possible for Tony to take this without losing one.
Mhm.
But I mean Malachite. I mean he's looking pretty good. You said he was like a ranked player. Or
Yeah,
something, right? So,
when I was looking at his Smash Wiki page,
yeah.
it said that he's been ranked as high as number 4 in Louisiana.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
pretty good. Given that was like some
It was
data's
solid
2 years
region,
old,
too.
but still good
Yeah.
data. I mean, Northwood wouldn't be going after just anybody, right? Like Northwood
Yeah.
is very calculated with the players that they go and seek after for potential bringing it into their program. So, when they've got a player as good as Zai too, Zai like, hey, this guy might not be like ranked currently, but this dude is crazy good.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole reason actually like we don't like play Rob against this team is because Zai's so good against Snake.
Yeah,
So, like,
it,
we
it
almost,
shows that if he's been playing Malachite for 2 years,
yeah,
consistently,
however long. I mean,
pretty good.
That's like a huge reason why like it's such a counterpick battle with them because if Zai is available, we don't play Rob. Like that's just like we just don't because he's just that good. So now we have to see, if Tony can take out Malachite stock here without losing one, see who they pull out next. I'm assuming it would be like Frostbite then J-Jaw, kind of like depending on where things go.
Yeah, I think from this position, it's like you said, Malachite's taking over the So Good Pop role.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. We'll see, though. We'll see. It does look like we're going to small battlefield, and it is underway.
I mean, we do have a plan. So I'm trying to see, like, let's say like Tony like loses one here, then he like beats the second player, and they like do something, and they like pull out Zai or something. We do have a plan for Zai.
I mean, Naz 79 sitting in the wind. Even
Yeah.
even there is a world where like I think even Poison Jam could do pretty good as long as he just doesn't kind of like let like Zai kind of just like this is theoretical, right? As long as like Zai doesn't kind of do like his insane just neutral game stuff.
Yeah.
Finding like one little opening and then just getting so much out of a nair. But we gotta focus on this match.
I like this song. Oh, I thought he was going for the up B, because
To be honest, I did too, but it's not gonna Snake this early.
No, I wouldn't have killed him. He is gonna throw out like Blade Beam. Yeah. All right. There's like he's got this like mental like timer, like as soon as it's like, oh, I'm probably gonna lose limit, he just throws it out. Such a good adaptation from the last time. Wow.
That was
That's some classic Snake stuff, knowing the timing of your own grenades.
Gotta get stuck off that. Sometimes these Smash Ultimate platforms, man, they are just they got glue on them.
Yeah. Sub. Ooh. Yeah.
That was
He
cute.
went for the he went for the Salem. Salem would do that so much. you do C4 while you're going off stage, air dodge back on. Like, it was just like his thing.
And there's the trade. And there we go. Honestly, one stock down, even in a position, whether it is Frostbite coming in or Zai, I think Tony, as long as he can just like lock in, I think we are still in a pretty good position here.
Yeah, I think so. When I said that, I feel so old. Like I feel like I haven't watched this game in so long.
Right.
My reference is Salem from like year 1,
Right.
but like, I definitely think they're just gonna put in Frostbite. If I had to guess.
Yeah.
You either put in Frostbite here, or you just throw in J-Job, and we have to counterpick, whoever's next. But Frostbite would be better, in my opinion.
That Cypher was just so. You could tell, like, Tony's like.
Yeah.
Tony did not expect that at all.
I'm telling you, if you go back and watch any of those sets, it's always like that. That Tony up smash,
It's not a Tony match without two up smashes, right? Never, never. But we get ready to hear about the counterpick coming out from Northwood. We do think it's probably going to be like I think it is. They do have 3 really strong players left in the wing.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's 4. They have 4 really strong players. But in this position, given how game 1 went, you do not send in So Good Pop here.
Yeah. So like Frostbite to me makes the most sense. I guess I don't know what they would put in here. You definitely want to save Zai, so that like we can't just like throw in Rob.
It does look like Frostbite is coming in.
Yeah, makes sense.
I think that was just if you had to break it down to like a pie chart, I think it was like a 80% chance Frostbite comes in.
We're so good.
18% chance that it's going to be Zai.
Oh, yeah. Or
2% J-Jaw.
I don't know. I feel like I would have. It'd been Frostbite or J-Job for me.
Really?
Yeah, because you keep Zai there so that Rob can't play. Because let's say you put Rob in here, or you put Zai in here, and let's say Tony takes him down to like 1 stock. Well, now Rob's playable, because like Rob can go in, he just not gonna get 3 stocked, right? So you
Knock
keep,
on wood, yeah.
yeah,
Knock on wood, he doesn't get 3 stocked.
but like so I think like Frostbite makes more sense here. You kind of shut down like one of our other like very good players.
Yeah.
And like Frostbite has like historically done well against Tony. Tony said he's doing better versus Frostbite. I guess we'll kind of have to see like how it turns out.
It's always different, right? It's always difficult when you go into the match and you're 1 stock down.
Yeah.
Because now it's your job to just start taking back that momentum.
And the way that Frostbite plays this matchup is like so interesting. He'll like just wait there. I'm telling you, like just out of range. Tony will mess up one thing, and then he'll like get him all the way to the edge, and then edge guard him, and that's the entire game plan. Like this is exactly the game plan.
His flow chart. Oh,
This is like this is exactly how they play every single time. Get him to the edge. He's gonna go for it. He's just fishing for an edge guard as soon as possible.
Wow, I cannot believe that. That's still actually.
Oh my gosh, Tony is just going. He just knows like a stock here matters so much.
Good grab.
That backer barely missed.
Dash attack. Mining. Whoa.
I can't believe that still hits back there.
Just the little bit of the golf swing, man. Oh, that's some
Yeah.
Pat GDI. My God.
I thought you said Padge DI, and I was like, man, calling out Padge like that, but
That's funny. Okay, finding a little bit of momentum here. Gets that 1 stock, as that's all he needs to go into Tony time right now.
yeah, so up smash is gonna start killing here. Actually, I think like one more hit. Ooh, okay, one more hit, and then up smash is gonna start killing for Tony.
Oh,
gosh.
God, that up smash was so close. Whew.
So I think did Roy jab and then he up smash?
He did jab bear.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like was it jab, Tony shielded, then up smashed, right?
Yes.
He's supposed to wait. He's supposed to wait for 2. He's supposed to wait for 2. The second one's so much worse on shield.
No, let's confirm. Go off that replay here. Jab
Yeah.
1.
So
Up
that one's
smash.
safe. The second one's not. So he should have waited.
Pow.
Now I'm gonna have to yell at him. The inside hitbox of like Roy's jab is like super safe. The second one, you always get weak hit. It's stale at that point too. But I mean, it's kind of what I expected with like that matchup. So Lucas coming in here, trying to see if he can clean up both Frostbite and probably gonna force out J-Jaw.
Yeah.
That's what I would guess.
Whoever's waiting in the wings.
Yeah, I think one time Lucas has either 3 stocked or 2 stocked Zai. So I definitely think it's gonna be Frostbite then J-Jaw.
Yeah.
If Lucas beats Frostbite.
Yeah, we've it was during the CECC run back in September that we did see, or September and October. It was October in the second one actually. So it was back in October we did see that was a really good performance against Zai.
Yeah.
It was arguably one of the moments that kind of like was the big game changer in those in that grand final series. So definitely some that's Northwood is taking note of, and I think we might probably see J-Joe, just like you said.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
But this time,
We will
like,
see.
if they had thrown in Zai there, I just think that like it guarantees that we play Rob, because then it just like Rob does so well versus the other players.
Yeah.
I think that was a good like way for them to like kind of hold off and like force the picks.
Zai does got to drop 1 stock, so it is a little. It doesn't feel like all hope is lost, but 3 stocks to 5. It's just time.
Oh, you might have. I don't know if you got like the wrong controls or something, or what happened.
too sure.
I have no idea. I don't know what's happening.
Me neither.
I'm assuming controls. I mean, if I had
My
to
guess was controls too, but I'm not seeing anything in the chat right now.
because the stage was correct, right?
Oh,
Oh.
Tony's controller was still connected. That is really funny, actually.
So is it gonna work now, or is he just gonna? I hope so.
What a gym, somebody said.
Yeah,
That's
I know,
crazy.
All right, well, here we go.
All right,
round
now
two.
it's time for the match officially.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's working out.
I can't believe they DC the controller. That's so funny.
Does Mario still have his like Smash 64 taunt? That was my favorite one.
The one where he grows in size?
Yeah.
No.
They replaced that with the
I'm going to tell you which
the
one.
hat throw. Oh, that's a bummer. Wow, that still hit.
That
Crazy.
late?
I don't know how that one hit.
That was insane on how late that hit, and it still worked.
Oh, he had to land on the plat there. So this is like, it's actually getting in the range where like it's actually not good anymore. He's at like tech chaseable range where like he can like force Frostbite to tech. But, like upper ladders are kind of like almost out of the question now unless he catches them really high.
Good. That was such a good ledge trump bear. So swift. No jump. It's on stage though.
I mean, watching Frostbite's kind of fun for me to watch. It's so much different.
Good.
Yeah, he's way more of like I said, like he plays farther away than like every other Roy. It's really weird.
I think one thing that's really see a lot when I do watch Frostbite play is that he plays with such confidence
Yeah.
that like it transcends like just like normal gameplay sometimes.
Oh, he was expecting air dodge in. He's doing a lot like waiting here, like expecting like Lucas to like throw out like a bad defensive option. And it looks like Lucas is just like playing really well. He's not giving him the opportunity. Oh, what for the
I
tech
did
chase.
get that CECC killer,
Yeah.
which is the jab block, but Frostbite well aware.
So I think it's like awesome. Like I keep saying like Frostbite kind of plays like just out of like people's ranges. They'll just sit still in place and nair and just like kind of put that wall there in case you move forward. And he kind of does that until he gets his opening. So
Ooh.
down throw. Oh, I think he's gonna go for a down throw there.
Both players just whiff punishing there. Oh,
Tried. Down smash is fast enough to catch that.
and you know, down smash is one of those moves that doesn't really get thrown out all that too often. So when it like, ooh,
Wow. Dude, I
was
love.
like, he doesn't have no jump.
I love when people use like the moves that are like considered bad. Like Mario F tilt, like nobody ever uses that move.
No.
But like there's so like extremely specific situations where like it's good.
Yeah,
And that was one.
that was one of them. One stock left though. Whew,
Easy. Not even worried.
not even sweating it.
He can 3-stock somebody.
You can 3-stock anybody.
Yeah. It's gonna be a little hard to 3-stock J-Job, but
J. Josh is gonna be like, "Hi," just making it very difficult. And like you said, J. John Kirby, they don't even want to risk the idea of Zai coming in.
yeah.
There just goes J. Jaw, kill.
So like he's definitely done like super well versus Zai before, so I don't see that ever happening.
No.
But like this is where I'm saying like if they had thrown in Zai earlier, I think I wouldn't even feel that uncomfortable with like Rob being here. Like Rob does pretty well versus like J-Jaw and Frostbite. So, like he could have played there, but like holding on to Zai really shut down that option for us.
Mm-hmm.
Just deciding on stages probably here. Not really sure where JJ would really want to go against a Mario.
I'm not too sure either. PS2.
Okay.
When in doubt, PS2. It's the old tried and true.
If like, I think the more I think about it, I mean, now that I don't play, if Small Battlefield was available at launch, I think that would have been the stage. Especially if music was how it was,
Yeah.
like now, where like any song could be on those stages.
Mhm. And here we go. One stock left on the side of Oakland University. And honestly, if and this is tournament point here for Northwood. So Northwood definitely needs to lock in themselves and to try and take this home. Now, I don't know if I've ever really seen J-Jaw or Lucas actually play against each other.
Lucas, like, I don't think they've ever had like a match because I think they mostly just played in crew battles.
Yeah.
They haven't had
my
like a
gosh.
match where like they're at even stocks, but like Lucas usually does like decent. Like he doesn't do bad. But like being down, 3 stocks at JJ, it's like, I mean, it's just gonna be rough. Like even if Lucas takes the first stock, it's still 2 more stocks.
Oh my gosh, up there, almost killed off the top. Oh well.
It was like a hilarious interaction. I think like Lucas messed up. He's like, all right, now I gotta stall a little bit, and like JJ literally just waited there. He's like, I can wait all this out.
I've got 3 stocks to wait this out, actually. And that is going to be game number 2, going over to Northwood. So we are going to in game 3. It's an El Clasico moment here for the Golden Grizzlies versus Northwood. But guys, while we get set up for game number 3, we'll cut to another quick break. When we get back, we'll be hopefully right in time for the start of game number 3. It's going to be a little bit of a late night here tonight. Thanks for tuning in. But guys, we'll be right back. All right, and welcome back. It is time for game number 3 to finally start up here for Northwood versus Oakland University, an El Clasico for Michigan Collegiate. And as usual, we got another. It's just a banger series, and now it's just a best of one. A situation we find ourselves in all too often against Northwood, where it's like, you know what, it all just boils down to the fated best of one.
Yep. And it's unfortunate because we a lot of the time we win game 1. We win game 1, we'll lose game 2, game 3.
It's the heart attack match.
Yeah.
Because it's either we win or it comes down to such a last second thing.
Yeah, it's
We need gotta wake up the other laptop.
yeah. But I think they put in Malachite here because Copel got kind of washed by Judd Air last time, so maybe you can use Copel in another place this time, or try and use your players in a better spot. Malachite did pretty well versus Judd Air too.
He did.
So.
I honestly I think Malachite was looking like much stronger performing player than Copel.
Yeah.
In that matchup last time, and we'll see. Kirby seems to be one of those players that he adapts really well going into the next game. So, maybe he's learned a little bit, maybe learned a thing or two from that first match against Malachite. So we'll see.
Yeah, we definitely used the time because they were spending a lot of time kind of deliberating, kind of choosing what they wanted to do. We used that a lot of that time to have Rob actually coach Judd Air. So we were kind of going over that and kind of seeing where Judd Air could play a little bit better versus Snake or play against Malachite specifically. So hopefully, because we had kind of guessed this is what they would choose. So this is what we're kind of preparing for.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully, we can see those improvements in Judd Air and kind of see those adaptations.
Yeah.
He kind of did versus Copel.
That's all we can hope for, right? And here we go. Game number 3. It's a best of one here. Winner takes the Great Lakes Regional Spring Championships. Potentially secures a spot in the national playoffs next spring. Oakland would love nothing more than to do that, but Northwood wants that sweet, sweet revenge from CECC.
Wow, going for it all there. Kirby just getting his quick, 67%.
All with
up tilt.
Not even a good tool, right?
Yeah, no, basic tool and just up tilt. That's what led into that. But he's doing the perfect block placements and following up with up tilt. There's actually a lot more tech involved with it than I ever thought. Because it looks like he's just up tilting and jumping. But there's a lot of skill that's involved with there.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, Diamond's insane.
Yeah, that almost killed from center stage. And I know this stage has got really big side blast zones, but man, it was making them look like they were small. It's drop it on him. You know what's crazy about that, right? Is that Judd Air was kind of just staring at him the whole way while they were going down, and he goes, "You are below me." Boom.
Well, something we were kind of going over was how different Malachite is compared to Rob. What works against Rob and not Malachite. And I think one of the big things was we were noticing how much Malachite was throwing out these back airs to hit Judd Air out of cart. Mm-hmm. And that was kind of the adaptation he used there, right? Just waiting for that back air to come out and then just punishing it accordingly. Right here, I see that he's waiting for the back air to come out and he's punishing it now. So he's already made the adaptation.
Yep.
One game later. That's Judd Air's playing so well today. It's really fun to watch.
So the rule of thumb, guys, if you're looking to beat Judd Air in a future tournament set, lose game 1.
Yeah, lose game 1 so he can't make those adaptations there.
And dangerously close to that up tilt percent. You can kind of just see Malachite was getting hungry for it. He went for it right there, too. Forward smash.
Don't get hit by the C4. Oh man, that block saved him. That's so unfortunate. I think Cart would have killed there.
Oh, absolutely.
This is an interesting spot because Malachite's definitely looking for a fresh back air to hit here or just a raw up tilt.
That's gonna get the kill. 3 stocks to 1. Judd Air looking so strong, and that forward tilt 1-2 is not gonna be enough.
Yeah, so
Malachi looking for a roll off ledge.
right now
Get it.
Jadier has Diamond and Rage. So
Okay.
yeah,
Never mind.
unfortunate. I was gonna
Still
say
has diamond.
he still has Diamond. If he hits him with up tilt here, like it's a lot of percent. Like he's gonna start doing like the same like 60% combo you were saying earlier. Oh. So unfortunately, his crafting table broke, and he used a minecart at the same time. He lost a lot of his material, so he's almost at like nothing right now. He needs a lot of this time to like mine right now. And for some reason, Malachite is giving him too much time. Like he's mined so much.
He's actually giving him the time.
I don't know why he did that. That's I mean, Jedier really needed materials, and he's just finding the time to do it. Oh, he messed up his fair.
So close. Drop the anvil. But gotta find that time. Build the materials. Snake is just going. Snake is just so high up there, right? Like, ooh. My God.
Wow. Kirby did that really well to like get around Nikita, and he like specifically went above the ledge so he didn't get like hit there. Oh, up smash.
A little too obvious there with that recovery, I think.
All right, so Malachite kind of bringing this one back and like putting himself in a really good spot here.
Yeah, honestly.
Ooh, they're gonna spike? Yeah, that's so crazy.
I feel so bad. That was
Yeah.
like pure commentator curse. I'm like, yeah, you know what? He is doing really well. He's really mounting a comeback here.
Hey, I
instantly jab fared.
Ooh,
Goodbye. He
Ooh,
raged.
the rage
That's
quit.
a rage quit, dude.
The Steve Nair forward air out of shield, wild. The fact that his sweet spotted and spiked there is hilarious.
Yeah.
That's just Steve being Steve. But I mean, now we got Jodier at one stock. This is the first time he's gonna be playing. I don't know, probably another player. I don't know who they would really put in here. I mean, I definitely think like So Good comes out. I don't know. I don't know. Who they put in last? And they put in Malachite to counter pick him. You don't put in Copel. Copel got like kind of cheesed for like a stock or two. So
Yeah. I'm not too sure though. I feel like at this position, this is where like Copel low-key becomes the anchor. We've seen like a lot of times against Northwood where everything is like it comes down to those moments where Copel, when he's no longer the starting player, he just comes to anchor, and then he's just it feels like he's unstoppable sometimes in
Yeah.
that position.
especially if like you have like a really heavy character like that, like on anchor, and they have
Mhm.
3 stocks going in. I mean, every trade just matters so much more in the other direction. Except for you play against a character, like Steve, that's gonna like combo to you like crazy. I mean, kind of see what happens, but I don't know. I think they could almost like put in almost anybody here just to like kind of get the ball rolling. So I definitely don't think Frostbite's coming in, but I could see like maybe like Zai, or you put in like a So Good here.
We're getting Copel.
Okay.
Wow, I honestly was not expecting Copel to come in second here. I definitely thought we were going to be seeing Copel kind of like mitigated to like end of the line.
Maybe it's a pride thing.
He's like,
Copel's like, I could beat this guy. I could smoke this kid.
do it. It's just one stock.
I think, for us, it's going to be like huge if Jedier can take that one. I mean, he was playing so well the
Yeah.
last time they played. I mean, but Copel's obviously like a very good player. He could definitely take this one without losing one. I can hear them all like coaching Jedier right now, like what to do with Crown, what to do with Cannonball. It's funny to hear all that in the background.
Yep. I mean, this is just what happens sometimes, right? Like Northwood is very they do take their time to get into the set of the next player and stuff.
Yeah.
So this is ample time to get that between match coaching.
Yeah, and I think that's like one of the big differences. I think a lot of times with Northwood, especially it's around the holidays too. They might not even be like in the same like area right now. We're all in the same building, so like Jedier's getting coached by 7 other players right now
Right.
while this is happening.
Most of the time, these guys just be sitting in Discord calls together.
Yeah.
Also, apparently there is some bracket going on right now tonight.
Oh, is there?
Because I'm talking with the Lawrence Tech guys because they're running the stream for the Arcadian, and one of the guys who's on the Lawrence Tech team was saying that he was playing Copel in a bracket right now at the
Yeah.
same time
I
that,
could
or
see
not
it.
Copel, J-Jaw, at the same time that they're playing us in NECC. So why we might be seeing them on multiple switches, that they also could be in some other collegiate like Smash singles bracket right now.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it. Copel Cobalt too, like I could see it being there. He's just like a Wi-Fi player, man. Like he's just playing.
Dude,
so
I remember
much.
when sometimes, like early on, Kobo used to be like double tournamenting sometimes.
Yep, I remember that.
And I can't imagine wanting to play that much Smash Bros on a weeknight. Enough to be where I need to be in 2 tournament brackets simultaneously.
Oh, so this is such a good spot for us. I guess we kind of have to see here. Oh, he missed it. Oh, okay. Mine, get your F smash in there. Perfect. Wow.
I cannot
So
believe
he actually missed the up tilt. The TNT was supposed to catch the get up, but it ended up working out.
with the shield break was crazy.
Like this is such a good spot for us because now, you know, Judder obviously got the first player. We have a whole stock up on the other team. Like whatever Judder does here is gonna be so good.
Yeah. One thing that I'm noticing Judair's not doing too much this game that we saw him doing so well last game is that he is not actually just owning the crown.
Yeah.
Oh, that was such a good... That's just a Cobalt classic right there.
Yeah.
He knows just how to get some of the craziest follow-ups from what feels like nowhere.
Yeah.
It's like an RKO out of nowhere, man.
That's like his whole game plan is like the crown, and
Yeah.
like he just knows if you get hit in this spot, oh, I can kill you at this spot at like 60%. Like he just knows already. He's already putting himself in that spot.
Yeah.
He's very good at that. But that one stock for us is huge. I mean, especially if
Here's a look at that that shield break setup.
yes, he misses, he up tilts he misses because of the get up attack, but it ends up working out really well.
I also was so scared because that was what, like a wood sword?
I think it was like stone, but it was like it wasn't diamond, right? Or
No,
was
it wasn't. Like, it was not the. What is it? There's gold, diamond. What's the?
There's
is
like
it iron?
the initial one is like I don't know what all the materials are. There's like the initial one. There's like a stone one. There's the metal one that's faster, and then diamond.
And then gold.
Well, gold is the metal one, then that's faster.
Oh, okay. Whatever that one. It looked like it was some wood, and I was like, dude, I don't know if you're gonna kill him with this
Yeah,
stick.
it was either wood or stone, whatever it is. Like
Yeah.
the first or second one. You see a lot of Steves. They either like they skip the second one, or they'll do it like really fast.
Mm-hmm.
I think you like mine twice and you can like get the second one. But like I think a lot of, especially Judd Aaron, when I see him play, he always skips to gold. So
Now, wonder Oakland got one stock advantage. Who do we send in? Who do we thinking that we send in here to try and get? Obviously enough to get a win and take out Copel with trying to lose minimum stocks. And it.
I unfortunately
seeing-
looked at him. It looked like Pablo's going in.
Whoa, we've not seen Pablo play
Yeah,
in quite a little bit.
I think just I don't know. It's interesting. I could see this because Lucas didn't do too well hot against like Copel the first time around. I think this maybe like closes off some of the other matchups that they could be throwing in there.
Yeah.
Like, you don't really want to put in So Good now. You don't really like So Good versus
No.
Midman is not the best. You know, so maybe they're trying to like, you know, start this counter pick war and kind of pick like a character that's not really counter pickable for them.
Yeah.
Although usually what this does for us, it like guarantees J-Jaw. J-Jaw does
Next.
Yeah, J-Jaw does really well versus Minmin.
Mhm.
So almost every time we put in Avian, they just kind of like throw in J-Jaw, and like he just somehow gets in with Kirby.
Sometimes that's so weird how Kirby can like do really good against Min Min, right? You kind of think that like
Seems terrible.
like Kirby on paper looks like it should just lose
Yeah.
to Min Min, just from a pure character versus character. But J-Jaw is just pretty freaking good at this video game.
Yeah.
He's pretty dang good.
He's
the
figured out
best.
the matchup.
He's the best Kirby, right?
It's him, and then there's like a Kirby somewhere else that's like
Japan?
I think it was like a Mexican Kirby.
I have no idea.
There's one other Kirby that it technically is better, but in my mind, J-Jaw is the best Kirby because that's
See,
like,
in my mind, the
most.
best Kirby goes J-Jaw. Second best Kirby, Komoda.
See,
and everybody
I
else
wish,
doesn't
Komoda
matter.
doesn't play, right? Or
No,
hasn't
she
played
does not play.
Yeah.
She is abandoned Smash and is just hitting buttons in like fighting games.
Yeah,
She's pretty good at Strive.
I used to see Komoda play a lot more like back then.
She's just really good at video games.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Any game I've ever like played with them online, it's like, how are you just so good at every video game you touch?
Because I asked them if they knew who that was, and they had no idea.
Yeah, that makes sense. None of them would have been around.
Nope.
When Komodo was living in Michigan.
Yeah.
Now she's back in Ohio because she graduated from Eastern Michigan University when that's where it went when they were in Michigan. Who knows? But anyway, we are here, and Kobo's got to drop that first stock, and then we get to go right into this fun matchup.
This is another one of those matchups where if Min Min gets crown, she can still play the game and kind of like stop K. Rool's plan. Like similar like how like Jody was doing that against a couple of like the second game. Because you can still use your special arm the entire time.
Yeah, it was like
so.
the B button arms don't throw the crown at all.
Yep. And then obviously like Min Min has a reflector that's like pretty good. So there's a lot of different things here that like Min Min can do versus the matchup. Ooh.
Good tech. But Opal finding all the readied actions, basically.
So it's such a slow game plan. I mean, there's like little hits here and there, but like nobody's like really like dying, right? There's nothing like, too explosive happening.
They're both just throwing like little things at each other, basically. Ooh,
Yeah, this is like guaranteed. Like all of this should be like easy. It's almost like no effort. It's really funny. He can go super high. Oh, okay, he did the up air to slow himself down, but like all of this is just. Oh.
Wow, I am genuinely shocked that Opal somehow made it through that.
Oh, wow. He was trying to catch the regrab there, and somehow Min Min still didn't get hit. I'm surprised.
Good up smash.
tilt?
Off.
That was
that up tilt?
Yeah, I've never seen up tilt kill like that. That's kind of wild.
It was the tipper hitbox too. That's why I thought it was up smash.
Yeah. We're gonna be looking for like Pablo's gonna be trying to like probably get a grab here, to, like a pretty quick like edge guard. So we're gonna see if he can get this opening for a grab. Probably off a crown throw.
There's up smash. Okay. Oh, those moves don't look anything like.
No.
The only thing that's similar is it's kicking.
They also make like a very different sound. Ooh.
Good use of the belly armor. One of the most annoying tools in the entire kit of King K. Rool is that belly armor, man.
Oh wow, using the armor from the crown to actually get through Ram that time. All right, but now we got the powered up arms here. As long as he doesn't get edge guarded here, he's gonna be in a pretty good spot.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a quick little boot.
Maybe it was like trying to get like a parry there or something. Just couldn't quite catch it.
That's the first stock for Avian, too. With how long this match has been going on, it almost felt like that Pablo's lost 2 stocks somehow.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. Oh, wow. Opal barely getting through there.
Oh, just narrowly whiffed on that pivot grab. Would have been so good.
I really like seeing like Opal's like downer usage on like platforms. He's so good at like spacing it so that he like hits through.
Good tech.
Wow. How Opal was so ready for the tech and then like the follow-up after too.
Trying to get a megawatt nair. Oh my god!
Oh, wow. Right through the arm.
Oh, Opal. And honestly, the fact that Opal managed to get that second stock, he's putting the Joy-Cons on. He goes, I did it.
He did his job.
I did it. It's up to you guys.
Yeah, that's like a really risky option too, right? I mean, it's like it's K. Rool dash deck. You got some armor there, but like if he misses that, you get a whole like full punish on that.
Yeah.
So took a really good calculated risk there. Is like if I take this stock, yeah, I took 2. That's all I really needed to do. So.
Whew. And you know, this is kind of what you want, right? It's it's game 3. It's best of 1 to see who gets to take home the crown of the NECC Great Lakes Region fall champion. And it is so even.
Yeah.
And that's it's you love to see it, but sometimes you just hate when you see it. There's that up tilt kill.
It's
My
always
God.
with Northwood too. It's always a nail biter. It's never like
It's never easy.
It's never like a blowout or anything. It's like always like last stock or something too.
Yeah. Every single time.
At least for me, I used to hate playing this game. So watching and coaching is like it's more like excitement. Like I'm like nervous.
Oh,
like, hoping
yeah,
to win. Before was like, oh man, this is so fresh. I was like so mad.
Once I stopped like TOing, I gained a lot more appreciation of watching Smash
Yeah.
because I now only watch Smash on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I could not tell you the last time I think I watched a major. God, I don't even know. I hardly watched Riptide because I was up at a wedding, so I couldn't watch Riptide and watch the action. God, I didn't watch Throne. I mean, given that's like 2 weeks ago, so we're September to November. There's no Big House, so I didn't.
Yeah, Big House would have been the other one.
I had 0 things to do in October. I feel like I only watch tournaments when I know that like script or lyric is, or like Koopa.
Oh yeah, like commentating.
Like when my friends are
Yeah.
commentating, that's like the only time that I'm like actively really watching.
I watch it like a similar reason. I like watching like script commentate, just like get like excited to see him up there.
Yeah,
And,
I missed his. He was just at Don't Park on the Grass out over
really?
in Seattle. I missed out on that event.
I think I only watched Melee there.
I didn't watch a single second of it.
I watched,
but I
like,
know he was there.
I usually
I know he was
watch
there.
Smash tournaments that, like MK Leo's in still.
Mhm.
So I usually, I watch until he's in and he gets knocked out. I'm like, well, you know what? I think I'm done for today.
Yeah, it does look like they're sending out J-Jaw.
Yep.
We're going to PS2, so yeah, we just need Avian to just get 2. Get 2.
This is
Get
like
2.
JJ is so good in the match. Like you're gonna see like basically the way the matchup plays. Every time Avian throws out an arm,
Mhm.
JJ like will either on reaction or will have already thrown out a nair, and they will clash. So then it just like lets JJ like land on top of Avian every single time.
Yeah.
So he can kind of like force his way in by like just throwing out nair, throwing out like some kind of aerial to like clash with the arms, and he gets in, and then he just gimps Minmin really easily. So if we can see Avian even take 1 here, I think that'd be a huge thing for us. That way we're like up, 6-5. We have our counter picks on them. It'd be really good. So kind of see where we're going. I'm assuming it's got to be a bigger stage too. There's no way that Avian goes Smashville.
I think it's PS2. Jesse is finishing an Elite Smash match. Your GSP does not matter. Get into the lobby.
I doubt it's even Elite Smash. I bet he's in that tournament, but they don't want to say that.
GSP isn't real.
Does that come from you or does it say Rob? Oh, it is. Okay, it is you. I wonder if it is like the other bracket.
That'd be so.
Yeah.
Mod?
Yeah.
Admin check?
There we go.
Maybe it was Elite Smash.
We'll just say it was Elite Smash.
See, at that point, like, there's times where, like, sometimes I'll have an Elite Smash match, right? But, like, I only started playing it because I was in, like, a League of Legends, like, rank queue. So I was, like, already in the draft. I've already selected my character. And I'm like, well, it's going to take 5 minutes to get through, like, the whole lot. Like, the whole everybody else in the lobby choose their champs. And then we load. And I'll probably get through, like, I could probably get through one match of, like, one game of Elite Smash real quick. And then Elite Smash, like, the match loads, and we're, like, it's like, welcome to Summoner's Rift. I'm like, all right, well, let's go in SD. Like, I don't care. GSP's not real.
It's funny, like, how much they care about it. Like, everyone in there, like, cares about it so much. They're at such a high level that, like, when they play each other, because they'll be practicing online, they run into each other here.
Yeah.
They take it extremely seriously. Like, it's really funny.
That is really funny. Here we go.
Like, first thing that happened, jump in there. Now it's like, oh, this is rough. Yep. Wow, him actually getting by that is like a huge for Avian. Like that's actually like, really hard to get around.
I feel like the last time I saw like these two play a matchup against each other, it felt like you were never able to recover.
Yeah, it's that exact scenario, but like JJ like never messes that up. So that's like the first time I've seen him like really like drop that.
I just don't think you should ever be going for the grabs.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, so Jaja and was it Frostbite earlier? They went for a ledge trump.
Yeah.
Sounds like, I mean, it seems like they were like kind of going for those and catching us off guard.
I feel like ledge trumping is like something that like people do utilize it, but sometimes are we getting to a point where people are getting too caught off guard by it?
I think like it's used because even like I was watching like Mewtwo King was like coaching Spargo like for like the same thing. Using ledge trump less and less intentionally so that like it's not like an overused thing.
Finishing up Elite Smash. Oh, that's too funny.
Yeah. Like trying to use like the ledge I can't even think of the word now. And now I'm all I'm thinking about is what you just showed.
Too funny. I sorry, I ruined your conversation.
No, so what is the word? I can't even think of the word now. What is it?
I don't even know what you were talking about because I was too
When they steal the ledge in this game?
ledge trump.
Ledge trump. Oh, ledge trump. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm just like picturing that everything now. People are using ledge trumps less and less, so that like you actually catch the person off guard. If you use it like 10 times in a set, they're gonna like catch on. They're gonna be like more ready to like get on stage and everything. Using it like once throughout like the whole set makes it so like that one time you use it, you probably did catch him off guard, and you probably got like the kill off of it. So. That's why I saw like Mewtwo King talking about like him like coaching Spargo and everything. It was like very similar like tactic. Putting in Tony here, I can see it.
Big Tony coming in. And it does look like, yep, that is what's going on. All right.
Tony did do like pretty well versus JJ last time. JJ is always gonna take a stock though, so
Yeah.
kind of have to expect JJ doing like pretty well here. But like maybe like goes on to like Tony at like 1 or 2 stocks to like end the game.
JJ immediately heading right to the ledge.
Yep. Why be anywhere else when you can gimp someone at 0?
Okay, I was honestly a little scared, and I was holding my breath the entire interaction.
That's it.
Ugh.
It's funny because JJ was basically like playing on the other side of the stage, like hoping like Tony came at him, and then Tony ended up, pushing himself all the way to the ledge. Like that's how JJ got that stock. That's what I was saying though. Like last time when they were playing, it really comes down to like this first stock and like how well it like comes out for both of them. If JJ's up 2 stocks, it's gonna be really rough for Tony.
Yeah.
See Blade Beam coming out.
Ooh. Good Glim Cross Slash. Almost gonna get that kill. Kirby though, benefiting from the big side blast zones of Pokemon Stadium 2 there.
I'm surprised he sweet spotted there. Like JJ was definitely going for the parry down tilt. Luckily Tony was able to sweet spot. So.
Oh. Okay.
There's that. Last time it was 3 F tilts. This time it was 2, but it was enough.
That's all he needed. He just needs 1 to connect, right? Boom. Good 15%.
Somebody's gonna land on the platform. Ooh, wow, that's. I think JJ was expecting like an up B, and then I don't think Tony was expecting to even hit with cross slash there. So.
That up stroke should kill.
Yeah. As long as Tony can take this stock without like putting himself in a really bad spot, I think it's still doable.
Yeah. That Kirby is just menacingly standing.
Just rolled all the way to mid stage just to get back. Oh wow, he can't even hit him. He down tilted and he can't even hit him with back right there.
for the up smash. That's the first one he's thrown out all game.
Wow. I don't know if that was true or not, actually. Up tilt into inhale seems like it actually was like
That
very
seemed very,
close.
like, pretend.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow, what a tech.
Yo, okay.
This is like I love. This is what I started like enjoying more about the game. Obviously, I've said it like 5 times already. JJ like knew like he's gonna attack it. He already went for his second option. Tony also knew he was gonna attack and covered the second option.
Right.
So.
It's that Yomi finding just being able to hard read your opponent by knowing that they're gonna read you,
Yeah.
and all about who's got the better comprehension. Tony slowing down the play just a little bit here.
Oh, he's in a cross slash. Oh wow, that was so good.
Oh,
by
he
JJ.
lived. Let's limit. Oh, what?
The double parry.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
The double.
Tony was definitely trying to like bait out like something or like get like that cross slash there, and then JJ was just so ready for like to get that punish.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like Tony had the wrong DI for that move. He was saying he was DIing for up smash, so he probably DI'd to the left.
Oh yeah, so he's holding out.
Yeah. So this is such a bad spot because now this is what I'm saying. Like they haven't played Zai, right? So then like you put in Rob here because you know Rob's probably gonna like do the best for his J.
Do you think you put in Rob? We haven't played.
I think they.
You think?
Oh, they have to.
They have to
They're
play
gonna put Ian.
Ian.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh, that's gonna be rough.
Yeah, it's Ness into Kirby. But you know, we've seen like we could just see if Ian comes in, just takes one stock, mitigates that loss. We saw him he did wonders against
Frostbite.
Frostbite.
Yeah.
But then again, like you said,
But so good.
Zai,
Yeah, Zai.
Ness versus Palutena is not fun.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a rough one. It'll be a rough one, but we stay hopeful.
He can do it. Like what like Kirby does. Well, not Kirby. I guess like JJ does really well against like characters with like super like linear recoveries.
Mhm.
So I can see him doing like pretty well versus like Ness's up B because it seems fairly obvious like what they're gonna do and how they're gonna like get like recover and everything.
Yeah.
I don't know if the combos that JJ does work that well on like floaty characters. I've never really seen him play like a floaty. So I guess we'll have to kind of see. I haven't really like seen him like play against like a Ness or like a Lucas or anything like that.
I don't know if I've ever seen. I don't even know if we've ever played against a Kirby in this league to see if.
Not like JJ.
No,
You know,
he doesn't like JJ.
JJ's like using down tilt to like space out cloud back air. You know, he's got-
thinking a little 8-beat chess.
Yeah. Other Kirby's are just like, I'm gonna just nair out a shield, throw out random F smashes. You know, hope I trip somebody.
Let me just win.
Yeah, like if Spectre does take this stock, which is definitely doable, it's they have a hard counter pick now for Ness. I think that's like where the challenge is gonna come in.
Yeah. We will see. Waiting on that counter pick here from Spectre. On the Northwood side, they're banning the Battlefields and Hollow.
Yeah, I mean, I could see. Well, the fact that he's already in the thing, I assume he's just gonna go back to PS2. Yeah, makes sense. Kirby dies from back there pretty early.
He
You know,
does.
that's all I'm hoping for. You know, get him to like
You know, give me
110.
like 3 PK. You know, how better yet? 3 PK fires into a down air. Let's end it.
3. You can SDI PK fire, okay? JJ's got to know that. If he doesn't know that, someone's got to tell him.
You can tell him after the match.
Or maybe he'll just be so annoyed by that he'll be fine.
I thought they were both going to just start doing up taunts for like 20 seconds each.
I can see JJ actually doing that.
And you know he would just be laughing too.
Oh yeah, he'd
Because
find it
JJ,
hilarious.
he's one of those guys who just loves playing Smash Bros. Ultimate that he finds so much joy in the silly things.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he would be doing.
I'm already noticing like how JJ's like playing this. He's like, he was kind of like running around in neutral, trying to like figure out like how to get his way in there, and he was like just trying to find his way underneath Ness. Looks like that's what he's trying to do. Maybe to like get like an up tilt or like kind of get like a combo starter in there, like right there, like trying to get underneath Ness as soon as possible. Wow, the Nair still
Hell,
hit there.
Spectre just trying to find that one little opening. He's starting to get Kirby into that dangerous percent, right? 60, like, once you see Kirby around like that 80% mark, you're like, okay, hold on. This is like super doable. That dash and echo is going to cover even the longest of the air dodges.
Yeah. Air dodge the ledge thing is like 14 frames to punish it instead of 2. It's like something like that. So something like dash deck, I think might even hit below the ledge. Like it'd be pretty easy for JJ to like cover something like that.
Oh,
I think like 10% more and like it's gonna start killing from like almost any. Yeah. I think like the next throw here is probably gonna kill.
Or the
Even
up smash.
scoop him with the up smash.
Whoa! I can't believe that didn't actually kill.
Wow, I can't. The invincibility timing on that was insane.
That was so ballsy. All right.
See, this is why he throws 7,000 hitboxes at
That's true.
Ness,
You know, it's true. Well, Kirby, like, for all intents and purposes, Kirby does not have, like, really good, like, air moment, like, the movement in the air. You know how, like,
yeah, Kirby's so slow.
his air drift is really bad.
Yeah.
I mean, given he's just a little, like, ball. He's a little ball of air. So, like, he's kind of just moving as fast as he can.
So
All right.
either
Who do you
they
think? Who
didn't
do you think
play-
is coming in?
did they play Frostbite yet?
No.
I could
They
see.
started Malachite,
Yeah. Then I.
went Copal into J-Jaw. So they have got Zai, Frostbite, So Good Pop.
I think like, just Roy and Palu make the most sense on paper, but I think So Good played so well versus Spectre. I could also just see them like throwing in So Good, like, hey, you can clean this up.
Yeah.
Palu against Ness is obviously like a very good matchup for Palutena, so
Mm-hmm.
definitely see Zai coming in for the first time this set.
Yeah, that is one of the crazy things you think about. Zai has just been probably like chilling.
Yeah, it's just in the fact that it's such a threat that like we didn't want to play Rob because of that. It's kind of wild.
Yeah. Whew. Still waiting on that. Who is coming in from the side of Northwood? Could be anybody. But yeah, I think I don't know. I actually do think there's a chance that we see Zai come in, just because I think I don't know if we've seen Zai play against or maybe like last year,
Maybe.
at like last semester in spring, and I think if my memory recalls correctly, like it was kind of ugly, but it just speaks volumes to one, the matchup,
Yeah.
Palu versus Ness, and then two, just kind of just like the player difference.
Yeah.
Zai is a former person who the entirety of Smash Ultimate's lifespan has been top 2 in Louisiana.
Yeah.
A notoriously strong region too, right? Like, there's been some very strong players that have come out of Louisiana, and then it's just gonna be tough.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be real tough.
That's the problem. Like all the matchups left too.
So Good Pop coming in.
That's what I'm like watching. So, like I said, like the last time they played, So Good played like so calculated. Like there wasn't really much like maybe like character like inexperience or anything like that. It was just So Good just like outplayed him.
Yeah.
So I definitely could see like So Good kind of like, hey, I got this. Like I know how he plays. I can just go in there.
Mm-hmm.
And we even saw him like he jumped off for the B. Like he knew like exactly what to do in the matchup. So
Yeah.
am I that loud? But I'm helping them.
I'm not too sure.
I've never noticed that, like, how much they're, like, talking. Usually, I guess when we've been commentating recently, we've been, like, playing, like, other teams.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time where, like, A team's really helping out B team, which I think is a lot of fun for me. This is where they'd be asking me what stages to ban.
Mm-hmm.
When is the Arcadian?
The Arcadian is happening a week from this Saturday, so on the 14th.
And I can still sign up for that?
Yep. Registration is open until, I believe, the 12th, so the Thursday before.
Okay, I think I can be there.
It's at Lawrence Tech.
Oh, really? So that's
yep.
actually a lot closer to me then.
Yeah, it's at Lawrence Tech. We're inside the field house, so we actually have the full like basketball gym.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We had a cool venue space lined up inside their like right near where their like esports room is, kind of. Actually not their esports room, but where they've held esports event, like the LTUX stuff happens in that area. We had that booked up, but then their dean of the school was like, "Hey, we have this event we're doing, and we now need the space, even though you already had the space." So we relocated to the gymnasium.
Did they give you like a bigger space though, at least, or?
Technically, in terms of square footage, probably the same.
Yeah, but like you lose other amenities or other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lose a lot of outlets.
Oh, yeah. Especially like on
we're in a
court.
gym.
Yeah.
And now I'm gonna have to go in there on like the Friday before and like put down like padding on the gym floor.
Well, if you need help, let me know. I'd love to set it up.
I doubt you would want to help because we'd be going during the day.
I can do that.
We'd be going during the day. You got work.
If it was during the morning, I could.
Oh.
If you're like there, like 5 o'clock, I'll have to
Yeah.
be working. But
Anyway, we're getting into this. It is Spectre versus So Good Pop. It's the last potential game. Actually, this is the last matchup you will see for this series. It is both teams down to their last player. Can Spectre take home the gold?
this is gonna be most of the matchup is like right here. So Good kind of like camping on the ledge until he gets his opener and gets that percent where he can like start like making other moves or like kind of like making more like follow-ups. So WeFit just notoriously being very good at like a ledge stalling character.
Yeah.
And like that's just something that WeFit's just very, very good at.
Good
Wow.
down tilt 2-frame in it. Hitting us right in the noggin.
I couldn't tell too if he used the ball to extend the hitbox as well. Something he could have done if he didn't do that, but I think that's also a possibility. So Good's very good at like making sure he uses the soccer ball like as much as possible.
Yeah. Oh, almost caught him. He was looking like he was cooking up something there.
Nice. Yeah.
My gosh, these Northwood guys have just so rarely missed the tech.
Oh yeah, the soccer ball.
Oh, you hate to see it.
Yeah.
And that is going to be a wrap on the series. Northwood takes it over Oakland 2-1. But, for all things considered, right, this is, for the most part, this was the B team's match.
Yeah.
And I think the B team truly went above and beyond what I think, most people would probably expect to go up against Northwood's, primary squad.
Yeah.
This is the Northwood squad that goes to Riptide in top fours. This is the Northwood squad that goes down to CECC Maiden Madness in top fours.
Yep.
And this is just B team, and then we just get two people from A team to come down and fill the gaps.
Yeah.
So honestly, I think the team, Judd Air and Spectre, they're going to be able to look back at this and really be able to learn from it.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think it was a really good series overall.
even when Spectre played against Frostbite, I mean, did very well versus Frostbite, and then Judder made those adaptations versus Copal. He made those adaptations versus Malachite. I mean, seeing them both play against these are like you said,
they're top players.
Top players in other states, other regions, and other very good on a collegiate collegiate roster and everything. And our B team players are keeping up with them and doing pretty well. So I was actually really happy to see that, and happy to see A team coaching them, helping them out too. It's just always a lot of fun. But yeah, I think we're wrapping it up. I don't know. I'm not a good wrapping up kind of person. That's more of like your thing, and
Yeah. Well, to be
yeah,
honest, I think there's not much more to say, right? That's going to be it for Oakland University Esports on the semester. Smash Bros. B, they were the last team left in a playoff, in a postseason. But now it's time for guys to take some time and grind the books and not grind the game.
yeah,
Got to focus on finals. Finals, I think, are in like 2 weeks for these guys.
something like that. I don't even.
Like
I'm so glad I'm done
finals
with those.
week ends heading into the Arcadian. That's how. I think that's really about how it goes. Okay, guys, that's gonna be it for us. We're gonna probably cut it to one last quick little break, and then it'll be the end of the broadcast. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for watching all semester long. We got to have so many more streams this semester, just because we got everything on lock, and we got to play. We got to see so many more teams, like on stream than we did ever before.
Yeah.
But it was awesome. Guys, we'll see you on stream again in January. We'll see you next year. Thanks for watching.